two and then the three, and then the four, then you gotta breathe. One and then the two and then the three, and then the four, then you gotta breathe. Then you gotta. Yo, these niggas can't breathe when I come through. Hum to some shoes, gotta be 20, man. It's not even funny, they can't. The chokehold's too tight, the left looks too right. You know what? You right. These bitches can't. Look, they hearts racing, they start chasing, but I'm so fast when I blow past that they can't. In the presence of the man, your future look better than your past if you present with the man. You better. You niggas can't share my air. I walk a mile in the pair I wear, and I'm getting better year by year, like they say wine do. Cops couldn't smell me if you brought the canines through, and I pace myself. I know these money hungry bitches wanna taste my wealth, but I keep them on a diet, embrace their health, or even keep them on the quiet, and space myself, and just take a deep breath. I got them grabbing their chest, cause it's hurting them to see fabbing is best, and they in they worst. They rather see me laying a hearse than laying the back, and I ain't just laying the verse, I'm saying the facts. I came back with some sicker stones that got these broke niggas looking at me like they choking on a chicken bone. Every chick I bone can't leave a dick alone, so I know it's one of them every time I flip my phone. Breathe. One and then the two and then the three and then the four, then you gotta breathe. One and then the two and then the three and then the four, then you gotta breathe. One and then the two and then the three and then the four, then you gotta breathe. Then you gotta. Yo, these niggas can't breathe when I come through. Hum to some shoes, gotta be 20, man. It's not even funny, they can't. The chokehold's too tight, the left looks too right. You know what? You right. These bitches can't. Look, they hearts racing, they start chasing, but I'm so fast when I blow past that they can't. In the presence of the man, the future look better than your past if you present with the man. You better. I see them on the block when I pass, it's looking like they need oxygen masses. I make it harder, but I keep the Glocks in the stashes, cause the cops wanna lock and harass us and make it harder. They has to react like having an asthma attack when they see the plasma and back. You dudes are wheezing behind me. My flow is like a coupe, breezing at 90. That's the reason they signed me. The slick metaphors and hard punches on the cuts feel something like hard punches to the gut. I dress the haters and underestimate us and ride up on them like they escalators. They shook up and hooked up the respirators on their last breath, talking to investigators. I'm a breath of fresh air in a fresh pair. Face it, boo, and do it till your face get blue. And then one and then the two and then the three and then the four, then you gotta breathe. One and then the two and then the three and then the four, then you gotta breathe. One and then the two and then the three and then the four, then you gotta breathe. Then you gotta. Yo, these niggas can't. When the crew walk in it, pop a few cokes in it, as quick as a tick in a New York minute. Catch your breath before you catch a left, even worse, catch a F. Only way you catch an F to the AB, it's in the maybe. Rolling with my baby, gripping on a toy that you won't find at KB. I rhyme slick on ya, they gon' have to put the Heimlich on ya. What you know about letting dimes lick on ya while you inhale the weed, and it won't stop till they inhale your seed, and it don't stop till I tell them to breathe. Like a doctor with a stethoscope, I don't see no fucking hope unless these motherfuckers. Yeah, Brooklyn got her, Uptown got her, the Bronx got her, Queens got her, Staten now got her, you niggas got her, you bitches got her, everybody. One and then the two and then the three and then the four, then you gotta, then you gotta breathe.
You gotta breathe.
Welcome everybody. How's everyone doing this evening?
We all breathing.
Yes. You gotta catch your breath in this market. I know it's a little rough for everybody, but
you all gotta breathe, bro.
Yeah.
You all gotta breathe.
Just take your time.
Got cash flow over there, fucking taking care of dumpster houses.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Am I getting a spam on my phone or what's going on here? All these pictures just popping up out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Yep. But
George Orwell's back in his house.
That's right.
Yeah, just been busy with work, boys. How you guys doing?
What's up, buddy?
We just started the show.
Yeah, I see that. I seen your intro music. I just pulled into my house and it nearly blew my speakers.
Good. Well, you should have bumped it louder. Maybe you need some amps.
Georgie, I got a question for you.
What's up, brother?
You were fucking lit the other night, buddy. You doing all right?
Oh yeah, I feel great now.
Oh shit, RSR. Gonna get listed on Coinbase soon. Good. I need to come back to there. Run that bitch up.
Okay.
Yeah, man, you were lit up, man. You attacked me. I started crying the other night. You didn't even feel sorry for me.
You did not, George.
You don't listen to him on that.
Yeah, no, I don't listen to this. He's that guy that lives under a bridge. They call him a troll.
Oh.
Oh, eh?
Wow. What is that? Be like, I never heard of it.
Yeah, I got 100 chicks just hatched here, so I got a lot of shit to do.
Oh, I thought you were going to say you had a chick to choose from.
I knew you knew how to raise a cock.
Yeah, well, you know what I do with the cocks?
I got a farm too. I know jokes.
According to my wife, cocks are useless. We got to get rid of them.
Orwell's Canadian, dude.
Dude, my wife is standing right here, George. She just busted out laughing. She was combing her hair.
Hockey joke for days from the Canucks.
Ask her why they make women's feet small.
Why do they make women's feet small?
Why is that, George?
Closer to the sink.
Oh, that's fucked. Shots fired.
So they can get closer to the sink. It's funny. She likes being a stay-at-home mom. Although, I think it's exhausting, bro. She took my mom and went to the kids' school for lunch today. That was like an hour and a half of affair, bro. I was grateful I didn't have to do that.
Well, it is April the 11th. I hope for all the Americans that are listening on this panel, if it's either on TikTok or YouTube, which I have none at the moment, hope you file your taxes before the 15th. Or unless you're going to pay an extension, or you'll be visiting the new project I'll be completing soon.
Hey, your microphone's a little...
JoJo's hanging your dimmable overheads right now.
My mic is a little off. How?
It has like maybe a bass or some type of issue going on with it. Like it's a little off than what it was the last couple nights.
How about now?
That might be better.
Okay.
Jojo, just go ahead and send you a fucking PO for a new fucking stereo in my truck when I jumped in here.
Where you make sure it's what do they call it? Alpines.
Because you fucking blew your speakers.
Well, I think this truck has Bose. My other truck has Harman Kardons in it. It still fucking rattled it.
Nice. Well, that's what we want to make sure is that everybody gets, enjoys their Friday and hopefully get a few drinks, but not too many drinks.
When you see JoJo going live on Friday, you put both earbuds in and turn it up all the way.
That's right.
Yeah. You guys see XCN's making a frickin' heavy jump right now, eh?
What about my CRV? Huh?
What?
How about the XPR? They don't know how to make money.
Ooh, don't go there because it's making money too.
They all are. They're all doing good.
My Bitcoin's up $5.
That's not bad.
Killing it, brother. Retirement money.
That's right.
All I know is if XCN and XPR are going to front run the market again, I'll be more than happy to watch it.
Dude, I'll tell you, oh yeah.
Settle down. Put a thought together. It is Friday.
It is. I just took 2 to the face.
You just took 2 to the face?
Yeah, I took 2 dabs.
Oh.
What was I gonna say? So like last night when I don't know, I think you were live last night, right, JoJo? Was it your live?
Depends.
So I was like sitting there, and the tenant message or whatever is like, first off, I'm not renewing my lease. I look, first off, her lease doesn't renew until like next fucking January. And I'm like, okay. Second, she's like, there's a roof leak, blah, 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 blah. My fucking movable air fryer might have gotten wet, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, and she's like, you're a terrible landlord and this and that and all that. And like in the work order. And I wanted to be like, bitch, if it was your heat, I wouldn't give a fuck. But since my roof is leaking, I'll show you. Like, man, like I was out there. We had my guy out there within an hour and a half, and she's calling me a terrible landlord. I know landlords that don't get to houses for weeks.
Or
I can't
never
control a roof leak. I'm not fucking. I don't know, man.
Spider-Man.
Yeah, I'm just like kind of like I wanted to just go over there and drive my fucking car through her house, but it was my house, so that was a bad idea. You know, just kind of like I'm like, you don't even have anything to get mad at. Like,
Well, you should have. If you would have run that house over, make sure you use your Tesla.
I get it though, like bro, they're like living downtown. They're within 10 minutes of the university, so it's like 500 square feet for $1,300. Like I get it, and there's a roof leak, so like you know.
Yeah, so next time you want to play a sick joke on her, you pull up in there, and right before you go in there, you call a tow truck to tow her car, right? And then you go in there and talk to her. When she comes out, her car will be towed. And be like, yeah, it was on my land.
That is true. That is very true.
Bro, did you see someone made this meme today? This is terrible. I know it wasn't the White House, but it was like, you know, have a bunch of. Well, never mind. I'm not gonna go there. It's not gonna.
Yeah, 'cause we're all sensitive. We're all sensitive to that stuff.
No, it's not. I don't know how to say it without sounding like. Yeah, just not a good person. So I just don't know. Like, I'm not gonna say it.
I'm not sensitive to people that don't sound like good people.
So like basically someone shared like the White House Twitter handle or whatever, and it said like, you know, like report blah 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 to ICE or whatever, and it said here's a pro tip, like have a bunch of illegals come do a bunch of work at your house, and when it comes time to pay them, just call ICE, and then you got a reward plus free work, and they reshared the White House tip line. It's like that's
no way.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
That's
I didn't download it because I was driving, and my wife kind of looked at me like, "Why are you on your phone?" And I was just laughing so hard.
But that's strategy right there.
I don't know. It's not funny, but it is funny. It's like
that's 100% funny.
It was funny, but
I don't know
like,
about you, but I find that pretty goddamn funny.
I feel like it needed to come from Shane Gillis.
Yeah, you got a good point there. I mean, you're supposed to be sensitive, and he's not, so that's good.
Bro, I have like 25 Guatemalans that work for me full time. Like, I pay one guy. I don't know the status on all of them, but you know, they're really good people, man. Like, they've been here a long time. Like I said, I don't really know. I hired the foreman. He takes care of his own guys. But he's got papers, and that's what matters to my to my bank and to everything else. But you know, like there's a lot of really hardworking people in this country, and
there's a couple.
Yeah, there are quite a few, man. Bro, like I got the most of people around like where I live. If they do construction and they're Caucasian, they're typically on like a bunch of like substances, and you're just, or they're significantly overpriced and think that they're should be paid like pharmacists.
Well,
Judah.
We deal with that constantly, dude. Most of my business, like my guys that work for me, are Filipino. Almost all of them.
Yeah.
Hold on a second. Judah, you said XRP is all talk. That all I've been hearing, it's all bullshit. Do you have a different perspective? I'm not understanding that statement.
Are you agreeing with Jojo? Because he feels the same way.
Not really, but okay.
You don't?
Wait, you don't believe XRP is all talk?
That's all hype.
Okay, I'm trying. That's why I'm asking. Like, can you refer? I'm not really comprehending the question here.
Okay, so he's saying that he hears that XRP isn't that great. That's essentially what he's saying.
Okay, yeah.
In all capital
We agree.
letters, though.
We agree.
So they're yelling it though. JoJo just says it. JoJo doesn't yell
That
it.
came across our screen like a Bloomberg terminal message. Like, tariffs have been increased on XRP. It's what it looked like.
Looks like you're getting somewhere with that.
This is the space we'll be real about XRP. Can you make some money on it? Yes. Is it going to 10,000? Fuck no.
Can you get your point across by putting it in all capitals? Absolutely.
Oil to 10,000.
Yeah. Oil's going down under 50 and we're in trouble, bud.
No, gas will be cheap.
No, don't worry. China and Japan have been selling treasuries, so mortgages have gone up a whole % in the United States in a matter of a day.
I just seen that chick on Trump's committee there just bought a whole bunch of stuff, Nike being one of them.
Trump's committee.
Yeah, one of the chicks that works for him, she just bought a whole pile of Nike share.
Are you talking about the blonde? Oh. Yeah, because the Vietnamese tariff was never going to stick, and Nike would never come to the United States.
Rio, go get the ball. Go get the ball. Go get the ball.
So it'll just be interesting. I would think that the tariff deals will end up being you need to buy U.S. treasuries. Once the trade war's over, the treasuries will get bought up again. I'm not worried about it. If not, our dollar will suck. It'll be all right. You know, one way to get manufacturing back to your country, George, is to tank your dollar down to about 30 on the index and make it so your country's so fucking poor they can't afford imports.
Yeah, and then you can pay everybody less, just like China does.
Yeah. Then everything will work out.
Hey, there's lots of work, but you can't afford to buy a house. Weird.
There's a lot of homes here that are just empty, but they're just overpriced and cheaply built.
JoJo knows.
I want to buy a house in Florida because the price is so cheap. It's beautiful.
Dude, I sold one of my worst houses ever today. It has like a stream going underneath it. I mean, I don't really know that to be a fact because I have an investor disclosure in this state, but like, I'm pretty sure there's a stream. We have a lot of sinkholes in this state too.
Hey Judah, what do you think about XPR, not XRP? I'll let you think about that one.
XPR.
The new one, XPR rules. Okay.
He says okay and leaves.
George.
The new one. He just had a stroke. He had a Canadian stroke.
What am I supposed to say? What am I supposed to say? I bet you have a bigger bag than he does, and I don't feel the same way.
Wow.
Dude, I say that like all the time, George. I'm over invested in this shit, and like I do not have the same sentiment. Like, not that particular token, but like just in general. Like when people are talking about Nvidia, they're like, it's going to 200. I'm like, no, it's not.
What is Nvidia's price right now?
It's like 108.
Oh, shit. He challenged you. The new me says, I bet you don't have more than what he has.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I've not been in crypto for 6 weeks.
Yeah, but how long have you been in XPR?
Ooh, good question.
It is a good question.
You better get on that, George. You better go get those XPRs.
God damn it, guys! I can't. Like I said, I can't figure it out. I'm torn on it. I got burnt for $100,000 on something that feels the same, and I told you this.
Brother, I never just said anything about the Metal X website. I just said the XPR, and two, nobody said anything. You have to drop $100,000 anything.
I will.
No, I got you. I got you. I'm confused on that part of it. I'm not saying the coin isn't good. The other part of it has me a little hesitant.
Well, we need to figure this out, Georgie.
You mean the lending and borrowing part?
Yeah.
How they make the money.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how that's sustainable. I just don't quite understand it. I've like tried to look through it, and all the wording doesn't seem to add up in my brain.
That's it. Shit right in front of the swing set. That's a good spot.
Well, all I can say that right now, Georgie is scared of It the Clown.
Oh shit.
Yes.
What's his name? Yeah, Georgie. Yeah. The kid with the yellow thing.
Curious George.
And
I'm glad the new me. I'm glad you're confident on XRP.
yeah. So,
It's XRP, he's confident. He's confident about XPR.
exactly. Yes, you yes, you may be. You always want to be motivated all the time. XPR or XRP. I don't know. I think XPR has a better chance than XRP. Or maybe wrong.
Making more money.
I think there's a lot of areas that are gonna make money when it starts to take. It's just right now is not the time.
That's right.
For XRP.
Ariana Harvey, welcome.
I don't know. My XCN did some shit in the last couple of days. I'm kind of happy about that.
Hell yeah.
So what did she do?
I think it's up 100% since yesterday, 160% in the last 3 days or some shit.
Well, that's good.
Definitely up pretty good.
Good stuff right there. Those are good numbers.
If we can break above 85, then it rolls out.
It's up over 150%, George.
It's gonna roll out the low at 72. It'll leave a retest at 80.
So this.
I'm just playing with you, brother. We like to joke around here.
Oh. But what is RSR? I've seen it. It says it's a DTF. Does that mean down to fuck or what?
Yeah, RSR is definitely down to fuck.
Depends if you catch me on a Saturday or not.
Who's talking about RSR? I see somebody else Wednesday again.
Why DTFs?
It's gonna get listed on Coinbase.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'll get ready to sell it.
Good price point.
Okay, because
XPR?
I don't even know.
SR.
Whatever gets listed, I typically sell.
RSR.
Yes, RSR.
Right.
Oh yeah, that's cool. That's been a good token.
We believe money should be an index of the world's assets, stock, bonds, gold, real estate, and more. To that end, we're building technology that allows anyone to permissionlessly create and own decentralized token folios. Decentralized token folios. That's what it is. DTFs. Basket of tokenized crypto assets. We want money that doesn't inflate like USD, but isn't volatile like Bitcoin.
Inflationary stable tokens protected and served by the RSR people.
You know, if you kept saying DTF around me when I was 18, I might pitch a 10.
Like I said, that was a different time. So, it seems like an interesting project. Who in here has RSR?
I do.
Yeah.
I've been staking on their platform for a while now too.
You have RSR.
Mm-hmm.
A big game that has it.
Okay.
Yeah, they got it. We're trying to get get cash flow into it. We're trying to get Georgie into it.
What are you waiting for? Just grab something. Gee.
Get some. It's at a good price point.
I've been like away from the market watching it bleed. Like I almost lost interest for a few days here, boys.
I don't blame you. I would be too.
That's when it starts bleeding, I just walk away from it for a little bit because I just like, man, it is what it is. It'll come back.
Right.
Yep. If you put $1,000 on RSR to buy, and the price is at 207511, that equals to a total of 133,000 coins of RSR.
And you go put that on their platform and stake it.
You put that on their platform and stake it.
Yep. I could go for a steak right now.
I
Rare to
know.
medium rare.
That's
Dude,
right.
We did the most bullshit menu for dinner. We did leftovers.
Hot dogs and mac and cheese.
No, it was like a Chipotle bowl leftover thing.
Oh,
So,
God.
I think I'm gonna
Peanut
make
butter
a
and
fillet
jelly.
tomorrow or something. Oh,
I didn't
You
complain.
should do a
because
ribeye.
We had half the neighborhood in our house and yard while I took a nap, so I didn't really complain. My wife dealt with all that.
Can't beat a nap, you know. Just can't
I
beat
love a
good
good nap, especially after mental expansion.
I always take a nap on my days off. Always. Never fail.
Yeah, it's because you can unwind. It's
I
nice.
try to.
Wait.
Then you can wake up and look at your crypto portfolio and see that it is somehow you lost fucking money while you
Every time.
Yeah, run it up. You run a live stream the Ripple Labs headquarters.
Fuck yeah,
All
we
the
want to
maxis
see those
All the
crooks.
maxis will be there.
Yup.
When is that event?
I have to find a time. But probably Monday.
Oh.
So we're gonna get an 80K test on Bitcoin. If the Bitcoin holds 80K, then we're not going into below 7.
Well, that should be interesting. Well, that should be interesting. I wonder what they're gonna talk about.
I would think the moves probably start sometime this weekend, finishes through the lows on Sunday. Then on Monday, the stock market opens somehow down, and then there's some news that comes out driving it high.
Damn, so positive.
What?
So positive.
I said higher. Like, I think Bitcoin's going to 94K if 80 holds.
That's what I'm saying. So positive.
That's good.
Yes, don't lose.
I'm positive when it's time to be positive.
Don't lose faith at all. If you
No.
believe in Bitcoin, you believe in the Lord Himself.
I do. I believe in both.
You know.
One of the guys at
Hallelujah.
the club I play with, he goes, because he kind of knows I'm into Bitcoin or whatever. He's like, I want you to adopt me, and I was like, I'm not fucking adopting you. You're older than me. You're older than me.
I'm the chosen one.
Dude, you know what I've noticed? Shop?
He wants in on your will, dude.
There's no will. I'm gonna spend it all. They don't know it yet.
Oh, that'll be the big surprise.
The big surprise is you get jack shit.
Newsmonger 911. Thank you for following this live. Hope you learned something today.
It's looking better.
That's right. So, any news as far as what the fuck is Donald Trump doing today? Is he dragging us along?
He hasn't responded because China, China matched 125%, or I think it's 124. Ours is 125. I don't know. It's within 1% of each other on the tariffs.
Okay.
I thought we went up to 145.
I
We went up
thought
to 140. We went up to 145.
You guys know that from an economist standpoint, China cannot do this. It'll fuck their economy really badly.
So I'll
We're not
tell you,
gonna
I
last
talked to
long.
my uncle today, and he owns 2 factories in China still. They have been stealing his IP, George. He owns an artisan house company. They do a bunch of art for movie sets, and for they did all the art in Tony Soprano's house for the movie Sopranos, or for the show Sopranos. One of my favorite things to remember. But he said that all the factories are laying off all their workers and they have shit stacked up everywhere, and that it's just an absolute employment nightmare over there right now. From this.
Not sustainable. I listened to an economist talk about this that knows the Chinese economy quite well, and he said like if China wants to play tough at this and the States holds their ground, it collapses their economy badly.
If Trump can get within the trade deals, if he can get them to not do business with them and buy our treasuries, it is lights fuck out.
Well, I win.
It's called Orange Man Wins and the liberals will still cry.
Well, like I was saying before, it's a dangerous game of chess, man. It just is.
Well, we're America. All we know is danger.
All we
You don't
do.
know how to play chess, you would know.
That's why we have lots of aircraft carriers, because we don't know how to stay out of trouble.
Yeah. No. Well, I'm pretty
Dude, I'll
sure.
tell you who I feel bad for right now. At the end of the day, those poor innocent people in Yemen, bro. At the end of the day, whatever you believe and whatever of course I support my country and the commander in chief and the Houthis doing whatever they're doing, but like there's a lot of innocent women and children over there.
Now, Nico, 888. I don't know when it's going to 125, but I sure as hell would like it to go maybe about within an hour from now.
Yeah, it's I'm getting ready to hit the buy button and it's right there in one candle.
No,
So
it's not. You better buy now.
better buy now. But George, Trump is headed to the Saudis on Air Force One over the weekend. He's gonna go see his handlers.
Remember what I told you,
Uh
right?
oh. That sounds like trouble.
No, that's the best move he can make because oil's going to control all of it.
Yep. I bought a bunch of Chevron at like 135 the other day.
If you fuck the oil market up, you fuck everything.
You can't afford for oil to go under 55 a barrel.
I'm sorry. Did you get this from Landman or what?
No, George is in the business.
I
And
work
I-
oil and gas my entire
Look at his
life
fucking
as a
name, it's
business
George
owner. I know how it
Orwell.
works.
Yeah, bro.
George Orwell is a book about control that we
He's
took in
the,
high
he's
school.
the oil man.
But JoJo, literally, like I play golf like 4 days a week with the guy that used to run Chevron, and he was explaining to me like at a certain price, the whole fucking economy goes to shit on oil.
But wait a second, that's not your name?
No.
No,
I
God.
thought you were George.
Jesus, Shops.
No,
God
only-
damn it, guys.
I think Zach's the only one who knows my real name.
I'm not gonna dox you on here.
Oh Lord.
I don't even know what docks means. Like, I go fishing at docks.
Nah, it just means like divulge information that people don't want divulged.
Because he's in the oil.
Because he's the oil kingpin of Canada.
He's the kingpinner.
And I wish. Jesus.
Where is he? I see him.
Nice one.
Howdy.
What's going on?
Hi, Lucien. Hello, everyone.
Wally,
Yeah.
what's going on, brother?
So, man.
Nothing
Well-
much.
Well, the whole point is I hope everything goes well down in the Middle East for our 47th, and we see some positive feedbacks in the market because we definitely need that. I need
Yeah.
Bitcoin to go to 125 once and
It's
for all.
looking way better, Jojo. I really mean that. I sent you the updated chart in the
Well,
chat.
thank you. Send me
Told you, bro.
thanks.
I'm telling you.
Right. Send me what do they call it? A card, a gift card, an XPR gift card. I feel better with that.
Motherfucker, a gift card. Someone send him a gift card.
Yes. If you don't know, you can use XPR to send gift cards, even Bitcoins. We're all about that.
Happy he's going to meet with them, Zach. I didn't hear anything about that, but that's important.
Yeah, he's going this week. Coming up early part, I think over the weekend. Into Monday.
Yeah, and it's the same thing I've been saying forever. Like, you know,
He's taking a week off from golf on the weekend.
yeah,
A little golf over there.
yeah, to go meet with the guys that are actually going to pull the pin potentially.
So, CCS, I got a question. What do you see in XPR?
Like, what do you mean? Like, what do I see in it? Like a future, or like, what do I like? Why do I like it?
Yeah.
Fuck, man. Hang on, let me make this drink.
Hey, Waddy, while he's doing that, I was going to tell you, I think if we can hold 80K on this retest, we're going to at least 94.
Wadi, I like its multiple use cases and the different fields that blockchain actually stands for. That they're not just going after like a payment mechanism or a payment system. They're going after like a security system. They're actually building on their own platform with like, you know, dApps that people that utilize. I love their DeFi platform. I've stressed that many times. I absolutely love their DeFi platform. I like tokens and coins or projects that actually have a governance, because I just feel like that's, if it's utilized properly, I think it's good for the project. But that again has to be utilized properly. It has nodes that you can build on. They don't reward people like normal tokens, and that's where George Orwell needs to go look into and stuff. Oh, I have to turn on the fan. I think he'll get a better understanding on what they're doing and how they're making some money.
Adi, one thing about XPR is that credit unions are adopting it. Did everybody hear me?
Yes.
I hear you, yeah.
The union is adopting it.
Many
Yeah,
credit unions.
Who one of my banks is through. It's good to know.
I think it was, I believe, in an interview he said, I think over 40 or somewhere around 40 credit unions. Maybe I'm wrong.
76.
Holy
Yeah, George,
shit.
I haven't gotten my debit card yet. I was waiting for my authorized user card.
So the thing about credit unions is they're overseen by the NCUA, and then there's also the CUNA, C-U-N-A, and CUNA actually partnered with XPR, and what that means is probably if there's any credit union out there, they're all members of CUNA, but if they've, you know, partnered with XPR, then you can bet your bottom dollar that eventually most credit unions will be utilizing it.
Yeah, so it sounds like, you know, kind of like anything, it's going to be a test run. And if it goes well, then that'll be the standard for...
Yeah. Yeah. That's why it's like so early in it still. Like, they're not doing shit yet. But that's the whole yet. I hope they do. I'm not going to say that anything's guaranteed because they haven't proven to me yet. But I would love to see it.
Well,
it's that same old partnership. The partnership ain't shit until you're doing something with it.
Yeah, and that's kind of the whole thing. Like, you know, I was actually just on the phone before this with another buddy of mine, and we're talking about how, like, Pokemon when we were kids, we didn't buy any cards, right? And if you had the early ones, you know what I mean? It's like right time, right exposure, you know what I mean? And then it turns into something.
Yeah.
But
yeah, you know, why you have to mention Pokemon, bro?
I'm not slamming on Pokemon.
Bro, I had so many Pokemon cards. Like, I had so many first edition Charizards. I gave all that shit away. I could throw up.
Is that a good smoke? Is that a good smoke in that motherfucker or what? Is that a good smoke?
That's a good smoke.
That's a solid smoke.
That's a smoke for an American.
That's a nice looking.
That looks like a tariff expert smoke.
That's a good smoke
on the bottom of there.
That's just one of those little cherries, baby.
Luxardos. Is that one of the Luxardos? Okay.
Oh,
Woodford cherries.
TikTok shop.
So yeah, also back to what we were saying, Wadi. That's why a lot of us like XPR.
A digital identity verification. That's the true word for it. That's a big one that I like what they're moving towards. In the space that we're going for like, you know, trying to protect and secure voting and everything else, yes, the digital verification system is nice.
You know what I just realized? Dude, sounds terrible. You know, CCS, you know who the richest, you know how the richest woman in the world got rich?
No.
I'll give you one guess.
OnlyFans?
Blowjob?
Do what?
Blowjob?
No, she got divorced.
Oh, that's
Well,
no.
of course she did. But I was right though. It started from the blowjob.
Anyways.
It's Jeff Bezos' wife.
Oh.
Yeah.
No, just posted that. They said this is.
All right. Now back to what I wanted to hear. What did you want to say, Wadi?
No. Well, what happened with me and XPR, bro? I got tight, so I read into what they were doing. I said, okay, this looks good. I threw in 1K. The next day, bro, I'll be honest, I didn't even look at charts or anything. I just saw that it was good. The next day, I was like at 700 and something, 780. I was like, what the hell just happened? I thought
From
this
what?
was a project.
From
Yeah.
what?
From buying it, I'm guessing.
Yeah. From
Wait,
buying
you
the
just
top.
talking about buying the token?
Yeah, so I
Oh.
didn't look at chart, man. I just read the info. I said, okay, this looks good. When I bought, it was like around 8-ish, 9-ish, and dude, it dropped all the way to like.
Oh, you bought the top like a couple months ago.
Yes, man. I was so pissed. I was like,
Yeah, don't buy the top. Don't buy the top.
Yeah, that's all right, Wadi. I bought the top too, and I'm still recovering, but it's all good. I'm just staking their coins and gaining more XPR coins on the Metallica's wallet, and I am also using the MetalX website to borrow and lend the coins that they have available on that platform.
okay.
Yeah. So you can still cost average if you bought that top. You know that, right? You're less than half of what you bought it at right now.
Nah, dude, I'm telling you, I got so upset. I just sold the whole shit. I was like, man, screw this. I mean, I did recover it though. Which one was it? XCN. So I'm not stressing it, but still.
Right.
One thing I would say to anybody, I think that's listening, and I think that everybody in this room would probably agree, there's going to be a bunch of projects that are going to make money, and even if you bought the top, in 5 years from now, you'd
It'll be
still come
golden.
out.
Right. You gotta be patient with it.
Yeah. Unless you want to go get bros, be my guest.
Dude, I
Nah,
just broke
okay.
it right now. Broke is up, bro.
Really?
Broke is up right now.
No way.
It started its run. If you're not in Broge right now, you're not gonna be part of the billionaire club.
Ah, okay.
With your chops, get you some Broge and some EAD coins.
EID.
Not financial advice.
Right. What he said.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'll be honest with you guys. There's so much that I could say, but I don't want beef with anyone. The only thing that I would tell you is like, no matter what they're promoting, literally do a deep dive into it, bro. Because, dude, I don't know.
Kind of
if you guys-
like the dive you did in the XPR.
Well, yeah, something like that.
Well, I will say this, Wadi. XPR doesn't get a lot of exposure.
No, I know.
Only from us.
Like, see, the thing about me is like I do like to find certain coins that's under maybe 700 million market cap, and hey, dude, there's times where I got lucky, but then there's times where
Mm-hmm.
it's like, bro, come on, man. I just got in. Why? Like, it literally waits until I get in so I can start dropping.
Could somebody block Lee? And that guy is causing problems here.
That Lee guy is real problem causer.
Oh, he's a real asshole.
He's starting to go down in the chat and cause rift between people.
Don't bring him up. He's gonna then talk about Vegas again. I've heard it like 3 years ago.
That's good. Oh.
Okay.
It's a funny crowd out there tonight on Friday night.
So another question, Waddy, have you
Afford lunk.
have you looked at their Metal X platform?
No, not yet.
Okay. Well, definitely, whenever you get a chance, feel free to take a look at it and see what else they offer on that using the XPR network.
Yeah, and if you buy in now with that 1,000 you bought in before, you'll have more than what you had before.
Oh no, I know. Yeah, I'm
So
just
you actually
waiting for it
made a
to-
good play. You can get back in and have
I'm just
more.
I'm just waiting for it to like the market to do whatever it's gonna do. If it's gonna drop a little bit more, and then
Or you're gonna wait for it to go to 008 again and buy.
something like that.
Hey.
Funny.
Yeah.
Funny.
Hey Sherry, have you bought XPR? I hope you did. Just curious. Just curious.
I had a little bit of realization, so to speak. And,
An epiphany?
Yeah, kind of. I thought that the crypto market was going to do worse than it is with the stock market doing what it's been doing. And I have seen, in my own opinion, that the actual crypto market is seeming to be more resilient than the stock market is. That's really good for us.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, because you know, last time I checked, I heard George, you said it was gonna be a bad season for crypto.
Well, I figured.
I'm sorry.
He didn't even mute himself. He just went blank.
Yeah.
Oh, he got bad reception. Reception.
Sorry, no,
Yeah, you got bad. We got one bar.
Out in the Orwell field again.
Sorry, yeah, no, I went into the chicken coop on the far side of the yard there, but I thought it was going to do worse, and it honestly has seemed to be relatively resistant.
Yes, that's a good sign. Now let's make the move and then overcome it all and just keep going. I'm done with the down. I'm sick of hearing about it. I don't want to see it no more. I'll take it if it comes, but let's go the other way.
No, I was gonna say when George has a signal problem, it literally shows a little bar thing pop up.
Yeah, like right there. Right there.
Yep.
I could have sworn I heard a cobra chicken in his background.
Yeah, I heard a couple.
Yeah, I heard that one.
So let me tell you the story about me and Pokemon and why I hate it, bro. My best friend used to work when I was like 12, 13. He used to work for the Pokemon Center. He was older than me, right? And he used to give me every first edition Pokemon pack. Brand new, bro. And I used to have them on a, what you call it, to keep the card safe. It's like a binder, but it's specifically for cards.
Yeah, they're like the. I know what you're talking about, the sleeves.
Yeah. So I had them there. They were great. I had a very nice collection. My mom comes and tells me, hey, you're about to be 15 years old. You don't need all of this. Let's give it away to your little cousin. And I'm like, why? You know, and she's like, no, you're getting too old for all of that. Well, I said, let me think about it. Bro, when I came back home from school, my whole binder was gone. She gave it away. And last I was researching a Charizard that I had, dude, it was worth $50,000.
Yeah. Oh, bro. I could throw up. I used to buy Pokemon packs by the case. We used to just go knock over and just buy the whole case and open all the packs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had tons of them. It was insane.
Gotta catch them all, folks. Gotta catch all those coins.
Now I just hang on to my Bitcoin. I'm not making that mistake.
Yes,
I
yes.
have my XPR as well.
But you're still not staking them.
Yeah, they are. They're on WebOff.
Nice, nice. Just checking.
Yep.
Just making sure.
And my tower stake.
You have it staked on their platform? On Tile platform? That's cool.
Yeah.
I listen to you all while I'm delivering Amazon, but I'm finally off work. Okay, well, enjoy your Friday. Have a nice couple of drinks, some wings. I don't know. Do whatever you do on a Friday, and enjoy the evening. You know. So, what about you, Stross? Are you ready for tomorrow's show?
I'm ready, Freddy.
Yes. I figured you only do this, once a week. I assume you may have a lot on your mind that you want to get off.
Stros, I'm going to be broadcasting from Shops' house.
Oh, nice.
Oh, that's right. I forgot.
Hype man.
Are you already there?
No, we're leaving early in the morning.
I'm making 4 pieces of bacon. One for all of them.
It
Look at
really
that.
is a bear market, isn't it?
Yep.
Oh, look at that. We're gonna block this person.
Yeah, did you just read that?
I read it. This fucker always runs his mouth too much, but that's all right.
There's no way. Bear market when we drop that much money? You really? Are you kidding me?
Yeah. Seriously, dude. Come on, Orwell.
It says if you make.
Orwell, where you been? You've been MIA.
No, he wasn't.
He was resting under a maple tree.
Yeah, behind I decided since we're in a bear market, I gotta extract maple to make money.
Hell yeah. Got maple trees up in Canada.
Dude, it's really cool how they process the sap if you watch the videos on it.
I had one in our front yard, man.
Okay.
Nice.
There's people down here in the south. They bundle pine needles, and they sell them to people.
Oh
Hey,
no.
Crate Eye Monkey or Monk. No, it didn't mean XRP. Totally mean XPR.
Brad Garland House is in the house.
What's
up,
up,
Brad?
big bro?
Yeah, it was on
Man,
Fox
when is Ripple
today.
gonna buy out these other companies you guys are talking about?
Garlic bread, you gotta explain what's going on.
Wait, he was on Fox Business today. He said Bitcoin, he predicted 200,000.
No.
I swear, I watched it.
It's me, Brad. He says the same
me,
thing
Brad.
as goes in every live. Like the same stuff everywhere. It's me, Brad.
Yeah, let me answer MK. MK, this is not my live stream. I have no access to charts, so can't tell you, bro. Sorry.
What is he asking?
For LRC, where's it gonna go?
I was just looking at it on the website. What is that coin really? Do you know something about that, Wadi, off the top of your head?
Not that much. Looper Ring. Yeah, I gave it like so much care that I really don't know.
Thumbs up.
But it was supposed to be like a metaverse type of coin.
Okay.
Weird couple people. We got 2 people that want up here to stick some stuff
I
up.
know that.
Talk about stuff.
What do you guys want to talk about? I mean, it's got to be something good, really good. Nah. How terrible I am.
Crypto with Leo.
Those-
Oh,
crap, everybody's
look
talking.
at that. 2 steps down.
I
Let's
was
see what we
gonna say
got.
this all about CCS $100,000 prediction.
Yeah, all right. Brad Garland House, you were first in line. Take a step up in the XPR wheel. What do you got?
Hey, what's going on? Brad, now, what's up, guys?
Hey,
That don't sound like Brad to me.
No, you all know it's not real Brad, you know? No, I've been on these for a while with you guys. I was Satoshi for a while, then I just thought it would be funny to change my name to Brad.
Yeah, I remember. I remember seeing it.
But,
What's up, man?
Nothing. I just tuned in. I don't know what y'all been talking about. Probably the similar things as always. But
Yeah. Anything you want to talk about or anything? Or something? You just wanted to take over one of those spots, didn't you?
Well, I just jumped in. I mean, only thing if I'm being completely honest, I still hold a lot of altcoins, but like I'm becoming more of a Bitcoin maxi every day. Like every
That
day.
a boy, yeah.
Nothing wrong with that.
Nah, dude, nothing wrong with that. That's a solid move.
Talk more to me about this.
Yeah, it's
You're not gonna pull the X's, but you're gonna pull.
yeah, because
more gains.
that Bitcoin move just turns Zach on.
Yeah.
Well, there's no more time left on the panel. We're gonna drop you down and bring you to the next guy.
I don't know. I feel like all these other altcoins, like the only way they operate is by selling all their coins that they got from pre-mine. They sell all their coins and they're trying to solve all these problems, right? Like their goal, like for XRP, they want to like do the cross-border payments, and then they want to Avalanche, real world assets. They want to try to solve all these problems, and like they haven't like broke ground.
I don't even think they put a lot of problem solving out there. So I don't even know if I agree with that. I don't even think they put a lot of problem solving out there.
They've done a lot of building business relationships that's going to be run on their ledger, not on XPR or XRP.
Whoa.
Now you know what you're talking about. I'd like you more and more every day. Me and you are going to be bitching buddies. You know what I'm talking about?
But like Bitcoin's already what Bitcoin is. Bitcoin doesn't have to like get a partnership or do any of that. It's already there. It's already it's the top dog. It's digital gold. See, billionaires are
It's
buying
the motherfucking king.
Like, I mean, it is what it is.
Here's one thing. Check this out. When you hear about, and I went through 7 hours of listening to the entire speech, the only coin that they're trying to figure out how to spend money to buy is Bitcoin. This is the only
That's
one.
right.
They're trying to figure out how to use gold notes, and they have a bunch of different strategies from 1974 valued at like $34. Bring them up to current value, leverage against them to buy Bitcoin. No other coin has that.
No, like the stockpile is just going to be like you got the Bitcoin strategic reserve, and the stockpile is just going to be coins that they currently have.
Hold on a second. Hold on, Cryptoleo, are you trying to make a statement or?
Or just mumbling.
Yeah. I'm trying to talk about Bitcoin. Bitcoin is the highest cryptocurrency ever. So, like me, I spend 75% of my capital on buying Bitcoins. So I don't believe in other coins much. I believe on Bitcoin most times.
75%. 75%. That's a lot. 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 That's a lot.
He spent 75% of his money on Bitcoin and the other ones.
Okay, I don't understand what he was saying, but good move on that one.
Yeah, well, when you talk to 500 tenants, you learn a lot of different gibberish.
He's like,
I
hey,
speak all
Stein-
kinds of shit.
Stein-
bro.
hey, Jojo Stein down here says, what is XPR utility?
It's got a lot of utilities. You can borrow and lend through their platforms. You can stake those coins. You can farm. You can send gift cards in the form of Bitcoin, Doge. I definitely need. Yeah, if you want to make sure it works, just send me.
Orwell's been learning. He's got to pick it up now.
They work with layer 0, layer 1, layer
Watch
2.
out. Orwell's gonna take over your chain. He's gonna sell some oil, move in, more into the market.
If he's still on the panel or on the platform.
He's coming. You better watch out.
He's no longer here, but that's okay.
Who's no longer here?
That person that was asking about the utility.
Well, did someone kick him down?
No, that was somebody else.
That was a different guy we couldn't understand.
I could.
I didn't.
Well, you understand it's fine, but like guys, like he's trying to explain. You should probably let him talk a little bit longer than 30 seconds.
No, like what he was saying is 75% of his capital was deployed into Bitcoin and 25% was in altcoins. He didn't have a lot of conviction with his altcoin holdings as he did Bitcoin.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, that's not a bad spot to be. It's better than a
No,
lot.
I mean, I agree. Like I don't disagree. I like trading altcoins for capital. I like making money off them.
That's what I do.
I know.
I take profits on my altcoin bullshit and I put it right into Bitcoin.
Which is
Yes,
what you
I do, bro. I assure you, it's XPR.
That's what I wrote it down for him.
Not a typo. You should put that in the next one. XPR, not a typo. It's not XR fizzle.
Yeah, so
Wow.
the thing is real
Oh, we're
quick,
gonna listen. Let's argue, bro. We're definitely gonna argue. I'm definitely gonna disrespect the army. Let's go.
Would you like to come up?
Okay, someone drop down and we're gonna grill him. You come on up here and tell us how you feel.
I'll drop down so you could come up. I'll be in the
Waddy,
chat.
have a nice
I'm
evening.
gonna
Hey, Waddy,
I'm
before you
gonna
go,
You better
Yeah.
come back, Waddy.
Waddy, watch for 80K if it holds. I know you said you were sitting on the sidelines. If 80K holds, watch for expansion higher.
Before
today,
you jump up.
today I did bought a little bit of Jasmine, Anto, and BJ.
Okay.
But,
I'm just saying, like,
yeah,
if
okay.
it holds, oh man. Okay, sounds good. Well, just watch for it. I appreciate you.
Well, no, I appreciate it. What's up?
I said I love you, brother.
Likewise, I'll still be in the chat, just listening, and I'll come back up when the arguing is done.
What?
Okay.
All right. So let's be patient with our bro here. And let's see what he has to say. I want to hear the entire thesis of why he believes XRP is the one and only.
Let's argue, bro.
So if you come on up, I would like to know.
Whole facts, just facts.
Okay, if not him, let's accept Josh. What's going on, Josh? Josh, you there? Going once, going twice, you're out. Okay.
Let's go argue, bro. Let's go argue, bro.
Is he still here? No, I think he
Yeah,
left.
he's still here. Argue, bro's still here.
Huh?
He won't be able to answer any of the hard questions that any of us are gonna have.
I don't
No.
even have hard questions.
He's gone.
I do have hard questions because no one can
No, I
answer
said
them.
me. I said me.
Oh, I do. I've been in lives with the crew, And
Yeah, I know.
there's like 4 of them shred me. No one could answer a question. Shredding me vocally. That's all they were doing.
Me start. I'll ask dumb questions, and then you guys can take over.
Name to me a legacy asset class that's not measured in market cap. I'll wait.
Market cap don't matter, man.
You got one.
$10,000 XRP.
I wanted them to name one. Like, that's all. No one named one.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like Ash is like, you're the same as I am. Like we look at things realistically as an investor. Like how do I make money? That's all I give two F's about.
Well, I will say this, because I went live this morning, and I confirmed with, I don't know, with 5 or 7 people that were watching the live this morning, that I believe that Aave is a terrible,
platform.
yes, to stake your coins.
It's a pain in the ass.
It's a pain.
Yes, Crypto Joseph. Like I said this earlier, if 80K holds on the retest on Monday or whenever that happens, then we're going to get an upward expansion.
Can I join? Yes. What do you want to talk about, Hitch?
Bring them up.
Okay, let's see. We need to make room here. I think I'm going to step down.
I'll fight anybody. Give me another smoky glass.
Okay.
I'll go.
Oh, I'm stretching on my thumb rolling. Oh.
Wait in the wings. Just wait in the wings.
He's ready for his sourdough. He's ready for his pizza.
One of the people we deal with battling.
I just got here. I want to see some stuff go down.
Oh, well, you can't leave. You're half the battler.
No, I was gonna say they just rubbed me back up. So
What's going on, Hitch?
If we take you down, we'll get you back up, but you're good right now.
okay.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi, mate. I was just wondering about XPR, because I was wondering which one I should, invest into, either XCN, ZBCN, or XPR. Can you just give me a couple of reasons about XPR why I should pick XPR?
What do you know anything about XCN?
Yeah. Well, I've got a small bag, but I'm thinking of dropping, a bit of money into one of the 3. So
Did you say you are in XCN?
Yeah, but only a tiny bit.
Yeah, can you tell us why you got into XCN?
Well, I just saw
I'll be back.
Well, I got in it really early, just before its first pump, and I made
I know, but so when did you get in? Like, what was the price point then?
I think it was 0.003, something like that.
Do what?
0.003.
I don't even know what that is. It sounds like we're on a boat and talking knots. I don't know what
He's
that is.
calling it it's a 0 to you.
Oh, okay, not 93. 0093?
No, 3.
003.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that's what I got into.
Like chords.
But yeah, I'm just wondering, and yeah, I made a couple.
And you just got in for the price point then, the low price.
Yeah.
Okay, so then I'll tell you this: XPR is a third of that.
Yeah, I know.
Then that's
I've been
it.
looking at XPR.
Case closed.
Yeah, but why do you think I should, invest in it? To be honest, have you got any catalysts?
What else have you been invested in?
Well, I'm looking at ZBCN.
Have you got? You're just looking at that one so far.
Yeah, just out of the 3 really, because I'm gonna drop a lot of money into one of the 3. Or do you think I should split it up?
I mean, I'm a kind of diversification kind of guy, so I usually go about that route. even though
Yeah.
I like some better than others, but I always diversify myself.
Yeah. Would you suggest XRP or no?
XRP?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not going to. No, not at this point. No, not at all.
Yeah. I think the
Not
price
for
is too
not
high.
for not for the price point. No.
Yeah. Same.
I think the other three you mentioned for price point is probably better, and there's probably other ones as well. But
Yeah. Yeah. Fair.
how long you been in the space?
Well, this is actually my first bull run. I literally started in like November.
Oh yeah, so you got in right as everything started to take off.
Yeah.
What'd
But
you
yeah.
get in? What'd you get in at the time?
Well, XRP at like 50 cents or
Oh, good.
60
Good for
cents,
you.
something like that. But
Did
then I
you get out
sold.
in the three?
Yeah, I got out. But then I bought back, in December when it dips. I got back in at like $2 range, and then sold it when Trump got inaugurated. But yeah.
Yep.
But
Well, that's good. Good place.
yeah. But could I ask you another question?
Yeah, ask away.
Yeah. What's your like price prediction for XPR? If you don't mind me asking.
I don't know. I just like price predictions. I don't like to say, but I chart stuff in a full
Yeah.
pull or so. I have like 12 cents to
Yeah. Oh.
24 cents on a pull. But again, to each their own and whatever it's gonna go to. I think if I look at actual market cap and anything else going into a
Yeah.
real bull market, I obviously think it can blow past that with its tokenomics. But again,
Yeah.
it doesn't mean it's going to do anything. It still has to bring the utility to the space. So
Why doesn't it say on
Price
CoinMarketCap
caps,
that
price caps
X-
hard, right? Like where you predict is difficult, and the reason for it is because it has to do with adoption of the current
right,
change.
that's what I'm
and the
saying. To
things
take
they're
in
doing.
place. So a chart means relatively nothing unless a project actually does something.
Yeah, I get you.
Right. That's why I say I don't predict shit, but I'll chart something and go by a chart. But if they're not going to like make anything happen, then it doesn't really mean anything to me. But here's what I will say: in the 4 years, in the four, how about you guys stop fighting? In the 4 years I've been involved with it, I've watched more growth like in this platform than a lot of platforms that I've been a part of. So
Yeah.
I like their movement. I've seen a lot of growth in the project, a lot of
Yeah.
growth. So I like that a lot.
One of the things is that Hitch. It's pretty obvious that I think you need to do a little bit more research about these coins than to asking us what to invest, because a lot of us on this panel, or even the people in the chat, or people just in general, have their top coins that they invest in, and we're all different. But at the same time, this is where it comes in, where you have to dive in a little bit more into what these coins do and what they provide, what type of utility they provide for this market.
Yeah, because it kind of seems like you're just looking for us to almost guide you into what you want to do, because you also explained XCN. You kind of just got in for the price point, and then you
Yeah.
got into XRP, and you're a newbie in November. So what made you get into XRP in November?
Well, I saw, obviously with Trump getting elected, and then I saw about the SEC chairman, like the Ripple lawsuit case, that he would
Right.
get
So
Gary
the
Gensler out
media,
of office. Yeah,
right?
that he would get.
The media got you in. Yeah.
Yeah.
And do you see the $10,000 prediction?
Well, yeah. But obviously, I didn't believe it because I like the
Oh,
market
good for
cap
you.
and stuff.
Obviously,
But
you
yeah.
didn't, because you sold out twice and
You're
made two
you're
good
one of the
pulls.
few, dude. One of the
Yeah.
few.
Yeah. Yeah.
We deal with this on every day, where
Mhm.
people have bought into that and they've lost their shirts, and the problem is, like, depends where your finances are at, but
Mhm.
realistically, like, even XRP at
Yeah.
its all-time high is still probably a decent point. It'll come higher than that at one point, I would imagine. But is there better investments? 1000% there is.
Yeah.
Another thing, do you know how to search for white paper or their website on the Coin Market Cap or Coin Gecko?
Yeah, I use CoinMarketCap a lot.
Okay, well that's good. Just as long as you read the white paper and you go to their website so that you can see what utility they provide for the crypto market.
Yeah.
Okay. Also, if you wanted to know more about XPR Network, well then you can definitely go to the Metal L2 website, and that'll
Wait, say that again.
metal2.com, and it'll summarize
What?
everything.
Metal.
I'll write it down in the chat so that way you can see it.
Yeah, thanks, Chase.
And that'll
How
summarize
long
everything.
have you guys been holding XPR?
For a minute. Not that long.
Yeah. Cheers.
Do you see it?
Yeah, I'm just gonna look it over.
Literally 1 minute. That's not true, Lee.
We got one.
Bitcoin to 1 million. That would be so nice. Those payouts would be great.
Can we all agree that it is going to go there?
Oh, it'll be a long while.
Well,
We
it'll,
could
it'll
try.
take some time, but if it hit it yesterday, like tomorrow, I think Cashflow and I are buying all of the United States.
Well, this ain't a.
If it hit 1 million tomorrow, dude, I'm deleting the CRM that has all the fucking clients that I do sales for. I'm deleting my phone number. I'm getting a flip phone. Fuck social media.
I say 2029, 2030.
Yeah, like I was thinking like 2029 to 2032, depending on the blow off the top on that.
Because if they what happens when they pass that if they pass that Bitcoin Act bill where they buy 1 million over the course of 5 years and hold it for a minimum of 20, and then all the states start accumulating, and then it's going to be like kind of like what Michael Saylor said. It's going to be like the gold rush for Bitcoin.
Well, the case
Like that gold rush has already been here, man. That gold rush is here, man.
But it ain't really. It's here, but it.
No, it's here. It's going on right now, man. It's going on right now before your eyes.
This is where doing your research is important, right? So when they have a crypto summit, I'll listen to all 7 hours of it and like replay areas of it to try to understand what they're saying. It's the only coin I've seen, okay? And I just said this earlier, that they're actually legitimately looking at, because the promise kept, promise made, promise kept type thing that Trump is doing, he's doing that with Bitcoin. But that doesn't mean that they don't have to spend money to do it. That doesn't mean they're not collecting it. They made it very obvious in the last summit they plan on buying it, and they're looking at other ways to leverage it.
Send me to Valhalla.
The thing that I see is like, I know some people might think that maybe it's too far-fetched, but dude, I am seeing different states. New Hampshire just approved the bill. There's like 26 other states so far. So, and with that plan that Senator Loomis has, and buying the 1 million Bitcoin for 5 years, I think that'll be great as well.
Yeah. The squeeze, when and if the squeeze comes, that it's going to be insane.
So here's the thing. It says no utility in Bitcoin. This is something that, but scarcity shock is coming. That right there
Yeah.
is the biggest load of bullshit right there.
People will learn.
Man. Well, one day they'll learn. A little too late, but that's okay.
I mean, it is what it is, right?
Bitcoin's price makes people want to buy into things like XRP or Shiba Inu or any other coin that might be anywhere from some change to a couple dollars, right? Because they look at the price of Bitcoin and they think like, oh, I can only buy a small portion of it, fractions of fractions of it. But they haven't really dove deep enough to really understand that there is absolutely no top for it. Like this, once that squeeze happens,
That's why there's so many decimals.
Yeah, like there's 100 million Satoshis in one Bitcoin.
Well, you can buy a portion of it, and you're still like buying a portion of something that's more valuable than gold. And this is the thing that I say to anybody. Like, I've been in the stock market for 13 plus years now, 13 years give or take, just over, and no different. If I were to buy, let's say I buy gold, okay, and I have silver and gold stocks, but if I want to cash them out, do you think they sell me gold, or they send me gold, or no, they send me fiat? So that's the same thing as what you're doing when you buy Bitcoin. It's the exact same thing.
And here's the strange thing, Cash, that, you know.
Say that again?
And here's the.
Yeah, I said, so if you buy gold on the stock market, right?
And you sell it, they're going to give you. They're going to give you.
You go to sell your gold stocks, right? You're
Yeah.
essentially turning it back into fiat, which
Right.
is the same thing that you're doing when you buy Bitcoin. And most people don't seem to understand, like, oh, it's imaginary money. Well, what the fuck is the stock market?
Stock market is real stuff, bro.
That's the same thing you would do if you bought physical or did.
Dollar is not backed by anything but our government's word.
Yeah, then I know
U.S.
you
military.
Yeah, because didn't
I mean, that's why we spend so much money on the military, is to protect our dollar.
I have a fear right now, Zach.
That's why they go and correct all those other nations we go to war with.
Hey, Crypto Bro, can you come up to the panel? I would like to hear your opinion on this, if that's good, if that's all right. I just want to hear what you have to say.
Yeah.
Hey, I gotta think. Let's all give one opinion of the utility of Bitcoin. Like, we should all be able to give a good one, right? Just to kind of prove to him, like, the utility in it.
Okay.
He's probably just trolling, but still, whatever.
All I'll say this is that the people with money are buying Bitcoin. They're not buying XRP.
Yep.
And they're gonna utilize that to collect interest on that.
I'd say one of the favorite things about Bitcoin that I love is there's no CEO, there's no company, there's no developer,
And that.
there's nobody behind it. That you can't pick up the phone and 1-800 Bitcoin and get a hold of somebody. Oh yeah, I need you to make it 22 million max supply. You know what I mean? It's set and the code is set. There's nobody there. That's
It's
what I
open
love.
source. It's open source, so I believe in the white paper it does specify that like 51%.
Nope, that's incorrect. I went through it.
Well, I did too. I'm trying to remember what it said.
No, that's not accurate. They were trying to say they could mint more. I don't believe that's accurate.
Oh no, not minting more. I didn't say that.
Have control of it.
Yeah, to make improvement. Some
I
kind
think
of.
they're gonna run everything on Fartcoin based on
Fartcoin is going to the
the price action lately determined that Fartcoin's running the world.
I'll take Fartcoin instead.
Yeah, Fartcoin. If somebody would have bought Fartcoin when it released, they'd have done all right.
Yeah.
They would have done all right.
Can you imagine just telling your
Fartcoin
grandkids,
is the
well,
new Bitcoin. Fartcoin
how
is
did you
the
make it
Bitcoin.
through in the inflationary periods of the early 20s? Well,
Fartcoin.
Granddad invested in Fartcoin heavily at launch, and the rest of the idiocracy led us higher.
Well,
Right.
it's also true too. Once you have money, it's a lot easier to make money.
Hell yeah.
So,
That's cash flow.
Let me ask you guys a question. How do you
Move over.
get in extremely early in a coin? Because
You gotta
I
find
was
them, man.
about-
You gotta search.
Huh?
You just gotta find them. You gotta stay researching.
It's
gotta
and
stay
it's
on
also
top of
a
it.
gamble. It's a gamble
100%,
because like
100% a gamble.
you're gonna have 1,000 projects that are doing 1,000 different things, and if you hit one that does well and you get it really low,
pays off.
You're gonna get paid.
Yeah, because I heard about Farcoin after it was already. I'm like, I ain't touching that.
You didn't think when it first hit the tape that Fartcoin wasn't the one?
Why do you think we're telling you about bros right now, bro?
Yeah.
It's the one. If you haven't done your quarters theory, you don't know what you're missing out on.
I'm not gonna throw it all away because something can make something. So I've seen it. Who cares? I'll take a shot at it. Yeah.
Was you on the panel when he came up and fell asleep and?
What?
Secrets came in and passed out in like 10 seconds.
That's funny.
Okay, look, I've been reading the truth about crypto for the past few days, and I'm gonna read the part where I know what I'm talking about, and I'm gonna get back to y'all.
Okay, well, please elaborate, and I want to hear what you know.
About it being open source.
Yes, I want her to speak, and I want nobody to say anything. I want to listen.
No, I'll get back to you. I'm going back to the page where I read it.
Okay.
Yeah, bro. She's about to open your book and take you to class.
Quiet! Be like. Yeah, but what were we talking about? Damn it.
Yeah.
Man. Well, I guess we can have a moment of silence.
While we gather our thoughts on this nice
Well,
Friday.
what about a new token? Has anybody been searching for a new token? I haven't in a while. I'm ready to go look for a new one.
I was trying to find information on ZK Sync.
For a meme that like looks like it's ready to break out potentially, NPC looks pretty good right now on the chart. For scalp.
Who?
NPC.
Have you guys heard of ASM?
As in Mary or as in Nancy?
As in Mary. ASM.
Honestly, Doge looks pretty good right now for a breakout too.
I got plenty of those today.
Yellow Doge.
I think
it's gonna go to a buck
I
at
think
least.
the Doge and Pepe have a good run coming up. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Monk does too.
Yeah, I do believe that those will reemerge really strong if you buy them at their lows.
And whiff with hats not done. They'll be back on the sphere. That was a Pico top right there on whiff.
I am looking at Assemble AI. Right? Wadi?
Yo, you talking to me?
Yes, you said it's Assemble AI.
Yeah.
AI agent analyzes latest crypto news for key insights.
Yep, that's the one.
So Web3 AI agents revolutionizing Web3 journalism. Okay. Well, I guess
That looks good. I mean, if we're looking at shitters, let's look at shitters. GOAT looks pretty good. GOAT.
So this is ASM, what he was talking about, and use cases. Okay, maybe I went a little too fast. News summary. Let's see what they're talking about. It says AI agent trained on 10,000 plus more crypto assets. Okay. Make data-driven decisions using AI. project detail data, white paper. Oh, can I fucking click on something here? It's not allowing me to click anything. And it's in Chinese. It's use cases.
Did you go directly from CoinMarketCap or you?
Yes.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, I went directly from CoinMarketCap and it led me here. But okay, let me see if I can go up and if there's something else that I can select. How it works. Okay. So this is how it works. It says data collection processing framework. NS3 employs a systematic data acquisition framework to aggregate real-time, multi-dimensional data from dynamic cryptocurrency market, enabling large language models to generate insight based on the latest trends. Data is sourced from crypto exchanges, on-chain analytics firms, blockchain explorers, news media, forums, communities, and crypto intelligence agencies using natural language processing NLP techniques and TF-IDF analysis. Raw data is refined into a structured format, ensuring seamless integration into NS3's AI-driven analytical engine. So basically, it's like it adopts a lot of information to keep you on alert on the market.
Yes, sir. So when it was like around 1 something, I found out about it. It went all the way to 7 cents, and I believe in the bull run, it might just try to run back up.
Ondo looks like it's ready to absolutely melt the fucking moon.
That's right on.
Because they got listed, or they're getting listed on Binance.
I'm just saying that thing's gonna be at like a couple of bucks pretty quickly from the chart I'm looking at if they can get some volume.
Sounds really good. I got a whole pile on.
Yeah, me too.
You ready to cash out?
I got a good amount.
I'll run it up and get rid of it just like I do all of them.
No, well, I don't have enough to get rid of them. But that's okay.
There's only one coin I hold allegiance to, and that's going to be Bitcoin. 100%.
Yeah.
I don't blame you.
They'll all learn one day, but that's okay. I learned there's only one worth holding long term.
And that's Bitcoin.
That's it.
I
used to think Ethereum was one. Man, this cycle really makes me question that.
Me too.
I've also done moves, and like I think outside of Bitcoin, the other one that I'm really myself, being this long into it, that I believe in the most is Chainlink.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say Sui.
Well, I have Chainlink and Sui are the next ones, but
I think Sui is the next chain soul personally, or soul chain in my opinion. Like in terms of adoption.
Sui's fantastic. That's why I hold both of that and Link, and I've been buying it as it gets lower.
I think Link is, I don't know. I think Link's just got too many normies in it, bro, to be a good trade. I know, like, it's got a lot of utility, but, like, go look at that chart since it started. It's been a fucking disappointment.
It is, and Sui seems to be going the other way, which isn't a bad thing.
I know. I'm just saying, like, I bet you make more money off of your Ondo bet than you do off your Link bet.
I wouldn't doubt it. Sui's also a lot cheaper to buy, which is great.
Oh, and Sui, like I bet you melt on that.
Jojo, I was also gonna tell you, also look into Athea.
Looks like it's trusted by Windows, Google, and Nvidia.
Yes,
ECS. My business partner bought his house off of Baby Doge. He got into that last time.
That's nice.
He did. He bought fucking nice place off that. I thought that was such an awesome. That's what you got to do with these tokens. You got to change your life with it.
You gotta learn.
Bro.
You just got to be the Doge King.
Alright, so were you guys around Saitama was around?
When what?
Saitama.
Hold on, Sherry. I have a ton of XRP, like a lot. The thing is that I don't see that being a moneymaker like people say.
It is if it goes back to 50 cents and then runs back up.
George, you're also not a girl.
That's true.
I said you're also not a girl.
It says I'm the only XRP girly, and I still love you all.
Oh yeah, no. I love you both. I love you both too. Yours is the best.
Yeah. What's going on, Sherry?
What's up? How are y'all? George, I haven't talked to you in forever, it feels like.
It's been a minute. You went on vacation, then went on vacation permanently, but I've been not kind of diving into this while the markets are diving because it's like I got better things to do, you know?
Yeah, for sure. Most definitely. Been kind of doing the same thing, stepping back, reevaluating a lot of things, and TikTok isn't one of them. But I do want to say I love XRP. I do hold Bitcoin. I own a lot of coins. Just a reminder that money isn't real. It's whatever you think it is. So if it's Bitcoin for you, it's Bitcoin. If it's XRP, it's XRP. I think as far as cryptocurrency goes, I do think that it is the way of the future. Bitcoin's been here for longer, so there's more trust around that. So if cryptocurrency takes off because of Bitcoin, awesome, because everything else will follow because it'll get adopted over time. It's just all in your belief system. It's really not a contest or an argument about it.
So one thing that people need to recognize, I agree with you to a lot of degrees there, but when people are looking at Bitcoin, when Bitcoin in the previous cycles, when it drops its dominance, that's when the weird coins will run. And those are like, you know, your ZBEC, stuff like that, you know, XCN, stuff like that. That's when you'll see the most pump out of those coins.
I really love ZBEC. I don't even remember who got me into that. Oh, I think it was Rico. But anyways, I really like that coin actually.
I mean, I don't think, like, you know, we're not saying that. Yes, you can think that whatever you believe, it's money, but realistically, look at it however you take it, however you want to take it. The people with the most money are buying Bitcoin. Even government wants Bitcoin. Corporations want Bitcoin.
Because it was the first, and it's been around longer, so there's more trust around it. But it's like the American. It's whatever you think it is. Rocks can be money.
Right. But what I'm just saying in general.
Rocks aren't being traded and bought by the world. Bitcoin is.
But if a lot of people started doing it, we could.
Yeah, I understand. I understand what could be. It's kind of like saying XRP could be the cryptocurrency of the world, but it's not. Bitcoin is actually being used by the world, and they're all buying it, and it's starting to be trusted by everything.
It's hard to really compare Bitcoin to any other token.
That's the true adoption of currency and what you call currency. When people adopt, use, and trust it, and that's what's happening.
And
people
that
aren't
is
doing that with
awesome.
rocks, but people aren't doing that with rocks, and they're not doing it with XRP. They're doing it with Bitcoin.
So they were doing it with salt, you know, 1,000 years ago, right? So let's be honest. Yeah. But the way that things are going right now is that, you know, out of all the currencies that are on the market, my Bitcoin holdings, I can go to my bank and use it as leverage against loans. You can't do that with anything else currently.
Correct. And I mean, I like Bitcoin. I like XRP. But I do believe that It doesn't matter. Regardless, I'm happy that somebody has got to make cryptocurrency popular because it's the way to our future. I don't care which coin does that, as long as something does that. And it's Bitcoin. I do agree with that.
I would say even if you bought XRP at its all-time high, right currently, as long as you're patient, you'll still make money on it, no matter what.
Right.
I mean, I wouldn't invest any more money in it.
Why not?
I mean, you know, if it's going to make me rich, I got plenty enough to make me rich.
Okay, fair enough. No, but overall, like what we were just saying in general, it's just what we're looking at it from reality, from what we're seeing within our eyes right now in the real world. This is what it is. Bitcoin is the one that everybody wants, especially the people with money.
Barry, can I ask you a question on what you just mentioned? What you just said?
Sure.
Like you damn it. You said you got what you want if it's gonna make you rich. Like so, with that statement, based off, you would have to have subject to price based on what you hold to make you rich. So is there something that you have an idea or a sell point for what you hold to make you rich?
I mean, I'm a collector of coins. How about that? When it goes on sale, like it's on sale now, I just buy and buy and buy and buy.
I understand. I understand, but you just said you don't need to buy no more. You just hold because for it to make you rich, or like whatever statement you made. That's why I was just asking. Like, there has to be a price point in your mind then for what you hold, and not to buy more. So like,
I just think that there's other stuff out there that can make me money. So what I got in XRP is good enough for me.
That's good.
Right. Yeah, no, and I was just saying by what you said, I have enough to make me rich or whatever. So that's why I said, like, is there a price point that you have an idea where there's something you hold enough where you feel like when it goes to whatever that can do the justice of making you wealthy?
Seeing it like subjectively.
I don't know how I look at it. It's like I got enough trinkets on my wall, and now I'm looking for a new hobby. So I pick a different coin and just go with that one until I get tired of that one too, and I just keep it. Sell it if I need to. And
I would say share the safest bet right now, where the markets are kind of doing a whatever until we can find clarification on things are changing. The lower it goes, the most safe bet's probably Bitcoin.
Oh, well, I just actually bought a large, that was my last investment, so.
Right.
Actually, no, my last investment was Crow. I take that back.
No, I understand where you're coming from.
That one won't make you rich.
Right. But
I'm in that one.
He's in Crow. Are you happy with your Crow, Cash?
I mean, I got it at 2 cents. I'm up, but watched it. I was locked out when it went to $1 on a year with a card, so I didn't get to sell it at my maximum return. So I blame father sons for my failures.
Oh, where's he been at? I haven't talked to him in a while.
He's been helping me fail.
I just pulled in the driveway.
What?
Riding the bike all over town.
Oh,
nice.
Hey, so I'm opening up a new business in Savannah, Father. So if you want to be a marketer, be my guest.
Oh, I've got one. I've got one that's for next weekend, actually. And if I don't pull it off this coming weekend, then I'll just plan it for next week.
A business?
It's a product.
Oh, well, can it?
Marketed to.
Oh yeah, was there any way I can support you or something I can go to or?
No, it's just I'm ready to fly on the road.
Hey, we sound about 5 businesses.
Right?
Where's the crypto, Cali?
I'm not gonna lie, that's like my favorite live of all time. All the time, because everybody in here is fucking real.
I agree with you, George.
What do you mean by that, George?
We know what we mean,
We're
don't we?
not imaginary.
We don't have There's nobody in here telling imaginary stories, and that drives me nuts.
I know.
Right. No, like one of the things that I ran into Sherry was like, yeah, buying different coins and but then you get tired because there's like so many coins and you don't have all the money in the world to buy all these. But so then I really started shrinking everything down and really seeing what it is and why is Bitcoin what it is and why Ethereum is what it is, just the top ones. And then it just came to a conclusion, consolidating everything to a very minimal was my own opinion, my own choice, the better move, and why I realized and I accepted that Bitcoin is the number one, and it always will be the number one.
For you, I mean, I have so many things that I believe in, and I'm very passionate about it. And I'll do my deep dive, my one-time research, and if I believe in it, I just stick to it.
Right.
Write it out.
What are your top favorites, though, Jerry? What do you like right now?
So, let me pull up my Excel spreadsheet real quick. I probably like XRP, ZBAC. I do have XPR and Crow, to be honest.
But are those the ones that you have more recent, or are those like your top ones that you like that you looked into?
My top one that I love the most would be XRP. The rest are newer, but I like XRP the most.
Sherry, are you in profit with XRP?
Very much so.
Good. Then you can't be.
You got in a couple of years ago now, was it?
Me?
Yeah.
Me and my husband almost got divorced because he bought XRP at 11 cents. So. And I told him he was investing in fake money. So it's been a while.
You got in during the SEC lawsuit?
Before that.
So you've been in it for like 6-7 years?
I didn't get into it. My husband was into it. I was against crypto.
7 years ago, or even further than that, probably.
In 2017, because that's when we moved to Savannah. I specifically remember this argument.
Wow.
It was a big argument. And now I love cryptocurrency more than he does, so there's that.
So you're always in profit.
Yes. Well, I hope so.
No, if he's got it at 11, and right now it's at 2, it doesn't matter if it goes.
Anything can go to 0, so.
Right, but I don't.
It's not realistic with XRP. Zero's not an option.
Right.
Zero's not an option for many things.
You're right, George. It'll stop around 18 cents.
So how does he feel about it now? Do you guys still talk?
Oh, we're still happily married. It was just
okay.
one of those things.
Okay.
I just thought it was fake money. Okay, that's what I thought.
Okay. But you said he got into XRP first, and then now you're a favorite of XRP and he's not.
Correct. That is true.
Why?
He just got to be over it because he just waited so long with the litigations and stuff. He just quit caring about it. It's more of like a savings account more than anything.
And then what changed your mind then with XRP specifically?
I had a real shitty job and I had nothing better to do than watch YouTube videos, and I started really digging deep into it and learning.
Okay.
Informing myself.
Okay.
That's really nerdy, but that's the truth.
Were you sold at cross-border payments?
Say that again, Stuart?
Were you sold at cross-border payments?
You're talking about for XRP? No, it's not really. I just believe in its utility, and I can see it being utilized. And I can just see that more than I can see it with Bitcoin. I understand the whole Bitcoin thing
Right.
money is what you make it. It's what you believe in, and where you think it's going, and whatever you believe, that's the truth. So.
Right. No, I get that they are going to, they're going to use XRP to move a lot of money around. Sure, that's fair enough. Yeah.
I mean, I don't think that
I don't
any
even know
one
if
coin is the end all be all.
I don't even know if I get on with that JoJo about XRP.
Well,
moving,
I'm not, but I'm just saying in general, like if they wanna transfer money from one place to another, great. But I'm just saying in general, like as far as like maybe utilizing for everyday payments, I don't know. That I have no idea. No idea.
I mean, I just kind of look at it as like one is Cash App, one is Venmo, one is PayPal. I really don't give a crap as long as I got the money.
So I'd like to chime in here. Where I find the stop on XRP hype is the fact that 1,500 transactions per second. Okay, so yes, it's a good product. HBAR, if they can do the sharding, HBAR is infinite if they can figure the sharding out. Okay, so when you're looking at, and this is like research. So sharding would give them infinite potentially to do that. The same application as XRP is doing. XRP, my problem with it is that everything is going to go to stablecoin that's being run off the XRPL, not XRP, off the ledger. XRP feels like it is funding the project to do the XRPL.
I need to add.
I swear, I thought he was saying sharding the whole time.
I meant to say sharding. That's my accent, brother. But
Yeah.
like, how do you feel about it, Father Son? I'm sure you probably something similar.
I do believe.
I said what I said months ago at the beginning of the year. It revolves around stock rather than XRP, in my opinion. But it's just an opinion.
Right.
That being said, I really, really wish people would understand how RippleNet and XRPL are different and work together and don't have to work together. There's nuances to it, but the people that are out there saying that RippleNet runs on the XRPL, well, you're wrong.
I don't even know if it's going to be run with a stock, Father. I almost think that they won't even go live with Ripple.
I think they'll have to if they want this quote.
That's where I'm starting to go on a different path with it. Like I believed that a few years ago, and now I'm starting to believe that it's used as a ploy, just like everything else. I think it's just a narrative to get people to believe that that's another shift for XRP. I don't think they're even going to go public with it. But that's just my opinion. I don't know. I'm starting to think that more and more is what I'm saying. There's something about it.
At the end of the day, nobody knows if they're right or wrong yet.
Right.
And ironically enough, this is one of the few coins that I've gotten in a position of I either want it to succeed immensely or fail miserably. There is no middle ground.
Right.
I kind of feel the same way. I really do.
And CCS, to your point too, I believe that everybody, not especially large corporations, they have a hidden agenda, and this is all just a game. And I'm just playing the game with them. And a lot about adoption is having the team or the maxis behind it, whatever they call them nowadays. But I mean, that's part of the ordeal. But that's what makes me money. So I just really don't care which coin it is.
Right.
Right. That's why
one of us.
And that's why I hold and play the game. But as far as where I think it's going, not even close to what I thought before or believed in, because like it's just so much drive and hype based off bullshit.
anything could happen. There's a lot of adoption
Well,
that would have to happen.
Yeah,
period, but
that's like when I know anything can happen in this space, but adoption has to be shown and proven, and a lot of speculation is with a lot of adoption and speculation and what's going
oh
on
yeah,
with
for
the
sure.
subject.
With all
So, like, yes, but there's more some that are actually providing it than saying it's going to happen. And then providing it, as opposed to one that's been around doing it, like when your husband was in 2016 and 17, and he kind of made the statements that I make now is, I've heard this since 2016 and
yeah,
17.
he's over
In
it.
other projects, I've watched them adopt. You know what I mean? Like they've talked about it and they adopt. And I've been a part of tokens where they promised and didn't adopt. And you catch on while it's promising, and when it doesn't start adopting, I call them out, and that's when I get blocked from everything, because they realize like you're a person that's going to call them out of what they're doing. I think
But I mean,
XRP is the master in this space for marketing and
for
manipulating
keywords,
and manipulating the people of what's not really going on and promising the world based off of their fucking Ripple net, utilizing XRP off of it. And I think they're very good at what they do, and they're going to continue to do that, because you look at the space and there's no stopping it, and they realize that. And that's why you'll see more and more interviews with Brad Garlic Bread, because he can manipulate the world instantly with one little interview.
You said the key word though is marketing, and it is a good marketing.
It's a key word only to get momentum with hopium until your adoption doesn't become anything. So you're actually gaining but losing. And it's good enough for them because they can just keep dumping on everybody every month.
Well, the real question is Ripple gonna go public, or is it just gonna remain private?
I think
crypto machinery, crypto machinery, facts right there, buddy. People, because you watch them come up on Twitter and stuff now too, like an X, and it's so over the top now.
Right.
Like it's so over the top. Before it was believable. Now it's just so over the top. It's not even funny.
Yeah, so the first time I spoke to Echo, it was actually on an X space, and I was up with Blockchain Boy, and he brought Echo up, and I was like, oh, like this guy seems, interesting. So I followed him and stuff. Never came up on my timeline, even though I followed him. And then he comes up to the TikTok live with Crypto Glenn and Crypto Never Sleeps, starts saying all that crazy stuff. and now he's always on my timeline, always on my timeline on Twitter.
Yep.
And the crazy thing is, everyone supports him, dude.
Yeah, well, because it's the hype. It's
right.
The drama he brings. It's the XRP tattoo he got on his arm. You have to take it to a next level. You know what I mean? But it's not a joke. That's real.
Right.
So when somebody at his statue with his followers goes and gets a tattoo on his arm, what do you think the mindset that does to other people? Like, this guy wouldn't get a tattoo unless it's real or he's serious. And he's a known person in the space. And he's got 50,000 or 100,000 followers.
Exactly.
It's a mind fuck. It's a psychological mind fuck to people to keep believing. And you look at the people that are talking, like one of these guys, I posted his TikTok to the group that we text with each other. He literally came on and said, XRP in November overnight went 400 to 500%. Like, where did they come up with this? Like, no, it didn't go 400 to 500%, but people actually believe it. And all it takes you is about 5 seconds to go look that up.
I remember
Like,
that
literally.
evening. He didn't say it was playing a video and it was cut off. It was cropped. It was clipped. He didn't say it went 400 to 500%. He was asking if, what would you do? I remember that evening. Yes, I do remember that evening.
No, this one was just recent, and the guy just posted it on TikTok and said it went 400 or 500% overnight. This one was just like 3 days ago.
Okay, and we're talking about. I
Yeah,
remember
we're
the
talking about a
evening where
different
it
one.
was a video somebody played and you ran with that, but the video got clipped and you didn't get the first part of it. So if somebody did something new, then that's a whole different story.
This is why you're not getting pizza tomorrow.
Yeah, you don't get pizza about it. Not for being like that, bro. I'll save you a couple pieces.
Just give him a wing or
He's gonna
something.
mail them to you.
No, they'll be sitting waiting. Don't take that long to get there, but they'll be waiting for them.
But you see, this is what I was talking about in Wadi's life about the expert rookie theory. Like, he knows more than the average person in crypto.
Oh,
So
shit.
Massive following, and then from there, you know, he can do whatever he wants. Like, get that tattoo on his arm, and everyone's gonna think that, you know, XRP are the second coming of, you know, Jesus Christ. Like, sorry, just not the reality.
Right.
Right. And that's another thing too. Like you said, it's so promoted everywhere. It's insane, and yet, you know, with all this promotion, we don't see any adoption. We don't see numbers going up. We don't see it diverging itself from all the other coins.
Well, we don't see the true adoption that they've been saying that's going to happen for X amount of years.
Because you would think that if people were adopting, you know, XRP to the fullest, right, wouldn't it diverge itself from all the other coins?
Well, that's the thing. It's always been a promise. It's always been, oh, it'll happen after this. Oh, it'll happen after that. Oh, you know, it's always a, you know, it will happen, but it never actually does happen. But it's fine because I think that we're doing a good job as a group of keeping people, you know, managing their expectations. I think that from the first day that I started going live to today, there's a massive difference in the XRP cult. You know, it's still enormous, and there's still a astonishing amount of people that truly believe in this, you know, alternate reality. But I think we've done a great job in managing a lot of people's expectations. So.
Well, here's another thing too. Like, I want to see XRP do whatever numbers it can do, right? I don't care if it's 7, I don't care if it's 10, 15, great.
Hey, whoa. I care.
But here's the thing. I also don't want people to feel like they're misled, right? And it doesn't go to where they think it's going to go because of this overhype promotion that it's going to go over 100, 1,000, 10,000. And it's just, you know, I'm not saying it can't, but I'm just saying it's realistically most likely not going to happen. But I could be wrong, you know, 100%. But I'm just saying in general, I just don't want to see people get caught up in that and miss out other opportunities on other coins that are going to, you know, do some numbers, including XRP.
You're completely right about that. That's why I'm so passionate about it. I guess, you know, that's why I yell at the people that tell me that XRP is going to 10K. It's because there's 100 other people watching. You know, I know I'm not going to convince the people that I'm talking to on the panel. I'm fine with that. But if I can at least help one person out of the 100 that are listening that actually wholeheartedly believe that they're gonna, you know, become the first world's trillionaire because of XRP, so I'll be happy to help one single person. And also, it's what Machinery's saying, unironically, like, as much as he trolls, he said this space turned me into an XRP hater. I'm like, low key, it's the environment that's turned me into a hater.
Well, it's not the hate. It's not the hate. It's just the dishonesty.
Yeah.
You know, that's all it really is. You know, I still have XRP.
I'm not sure most of them are being dishonest or even think they're being dishonest. I think that they're true believers.
They truly believe it.
They drank the Kool-Aid and they've heard the specific things that they like that support what it is that they think, and they're running with it. So I genuinely don't think they're maliciously out there lying in order to deceive people. I just think it is what it is at this point.
Right.
I think some are.
But
I think some know better, and they're at the point of so much influencing, I think they don't just. I think some do know, but I think a lot don't, and they're just totally consumed.
Right, and that's fine. Like, you know, if some people are aware uh, and they know that they're, you know, not to fall into that, good. But unfortunate to those that can't see it and actually truly believe it, and then shame on those who actually, you know, do a good job of selling that idea to people that perhaps don't know any better. And, you know, but it is what it is. People are, you know, they're gonna get their coins, they're gonna make their choices, and one can only hope that that everybody wins down the road, and you're satisfied. So, that's just all. That's all I'm saying. Okay,
Yep.
hold on. You know, I mean, I'm pretty sure that if I was actually promoting XRP on the panel, I'm sure I'd be getting so many followers.
Guys, stop. Okay, XRP is gonna hit 20K by June. Okay.
Brother, I'm gonna unfollow you real quick.
Why? That's not happening, brother. I do not see that in the charts.
What is that V shape going on in that charts?
That's the shakeout before the parabolic breakout, and that's I've been marked that up. That's been marked up for weeks. The price just following its way on down there.
What's going on, Andrew?
What's going on, father? You a cool cat, man. I saw you put your son on the back of that motorcycle, and I was like, man, he got to be the coolest father around. He got his son riding around on that motorcycle with him.
Just around the neighborhood, but I try my best.
You're a cool father, man.
He loves his little helmet, though.
Yeah, no, that's all I'm saying. And so, if anything, just buy more Bitcoin, guys. Buy more Bitcoins and more XPRs.
Financial advice.
Yeah, well, that's what it says on there. They can read.
I'm waiting for John Goodman to show up with a big piece of wood and knock the two guys out. From Oh Brother Where Art Thou, when he takes them under the tree and sells them on the scripture, and they're both listening, and then all of nowhere is just BAM! That's what it feels like right now.
Mike Guster, you can. Oh, he wants to know how. Oh, you can definitely cash out, probably by using the MetalX website and swap them for USDC cash, and then send it to your Coinbase account, if you can.
Definitely, probably. I like that confidence.
You can definitely do that. That's what I do, if I wanted to do that.
Right. So why do you guys trust staking so much?
Huh?
Why do you guys trust staking so much?
I don't.
Definitely don't.
I put a better chart up so you can see it, JoJo. I put it landscape so you can see it better.
What number is that at the bottom right there before it goes up? I can't see nothing. I mean, it's fine. 85 cents? Yeah, we figured it was going to go eventually. It's on its way there. Well, it looks like maybe I'll load up on some Doge or something.
I don't know, my XCN looked great.
Oh, skies. Yeah, I was a little sleepy. That's why I closed the lives at a certain time. Yeah, because I fall asleep, man. But you can catch me in the mornings at 5 a.m. Central Time.
What's all these lines?
Yeah.
Institutional price levels that the institution track is how they move price through the scales.
Mm-hmm.
Quarters theory with just a fib on top of it, the white
What
fib.
about? What's that coming down to? What,
85
85
cents.
cents?
So if you pay attention to the green lines,
Make a
those are
pull
like
right
the
there.
major whole numbers. Like $3, they overshot it $3 by a quarter. That's why you see the red rectangle, and then after that, they bounced it in between $3 and $2, but it never quite went back up to $3. So when they don't reach those areas what they was trying to reach, they always take it back down to a previous major whole number, which is $1. But I see them undershooting it below $1, which is right at 85 cents.
Okay. Good information. So if you're patient, I guess you can wait and see if you can catch XRP at 90 cents or $1.
Now, he didn't indicate if it was just going to wick down there or not.
That's what I said. If you can catch it. If you can catch it, great. If you can't, well, you lose,
I
right?
give it until May the 26th. My words and what I said about weeks ago ain't changed. May 26th, we'll talk about it.
Okay.
And y'all remember, that's a money back guarantee.
The money back guarantee. Coach JV's in the house.
I ain't crazy.
Never sell.
That's one thing. I
That's
know
a
I ain't
fake.
crazy.
That's a fake.
Go
I'm
figure.
crazy.
Let me see if it's him or not.
That's a fake. It's a fake.
Okay, so then
I don't give a fuck if it. I don't give a shit if it is or not. I'm blocking them.
I'm reporting them.
I already did. Not him.
No, that was the picture.
Everybody's reporting them.
Fuck that fucker, piece of shit.
Secrets. I would like.
Yes.
I would like to say to you, brother, I love you to death. I love your trading mechanism. But I see some very big discrepancies with the way that crypto's held up to the stock market right now.
Well, like I say, I just understand those scales. I just wish everybody would master those scales. Just learning quarters theory. There's nothing random about it. All that stuff is
Secret.
on a
Secret.
regimen.
Do you challenge what you know to anything else, or do you just stick with what you know?
I challenge it to a lot of things. Like they would have you believe it's random. It's like me being a magician. Say, watch me make this coin disappear, and then here come a magician and know exactly how I'm doing it.
That's not what I'm saying. Like when George just mentioned something to you, you just went right to saying, "Well, I'm just showing you." And again, that's conviction on what you believe, on what you know. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with that.
Believing on what I know. Okay.
But you don't believe in what you know? Don't believe in what you know?
If I didn't believe in what I know, I wouldn't be able to just put it up there and put it up where you can see it. I ain't changed nothing. I ain't changed nothing that I said, and it's been following that where I said it was going, and it ain't changed yet.
You believe what you know. Right. So you believe in what you do.
Just like a kung fu fighter.
Getting all angry and upset about it.
I'm not upset about it.
Right. You have
like I
confidence
said,
in what you do.
That's right.
You have confidence in what you do.
That's why I said we'll talk about it May 2026. May 26th. We'll talk about it.
How long you been doing this for?
5 years.
5 years.
I said 5 years.
So but no, I know. That's what I'm saying. 5 years. So, and from what I've learned is that you do the macro. You're a macro trader.
Yeah.
I'm gonna drop you, Waddy, for a second.
I look at it the way they look at it.
Okay.
Right. But you also said that you come from the forex in the stock market, and this works in everything.
The manipulation of what you're looking at and what I've been talking about.
I'm not talking about
it's
the
in all
manipulation.
markets.
I'm not talking about the wording, but I'm just saying specifically. You say this works in all fields. It works in all markets.
Yes, it does.
And at CCS, I would hold up. I would back him up on a lot of this. My only concern that I've been watching this from afar right now because I'm looking to trade is that I do see that the crypto market is holding up really steady compared to the stock market.
Still got the scales. If it didn't have scales, then I couldn't read it. But if they got scales and they got charts, it adheres to the scales. For some reason, this is some type of way of how they move price through time, and it hadn't changed yet.
But you just started doing this in the crypto. Well, you did it in crypto a little bit ago. You talked about with Shiba, a friend of you had you doing some charting with it or whatever and showing them. But you just got really into the crypto market recently, right?
No, I've been looking at crypto since
No, I
2021.
know. You've been looking at crypto, but you it trading yourself.
Yeah, in 2021, that's what made me learn about it. Because
So,
I was all into Forex. And people that was doing crypto kept wanting me to mark up
right. So
crypto charts dealing with Shiba.
you got to your learning point. If you did Shiba back in 2021, when did you get to your learning like epitome of I got this? Like this is where I'm convicted of I've understood what's going on.
I paid for a course back in 2021 just to understand, well, how is
That's
this
when it hit
possible?
you. That's when it hit
Yeah.
you in 2021.
Yeah.
When did you at that point in 2021 did you take it? Did you take your knowledge to the forex, to the stock market, into crypto to
But
benefit
that's
it
the
in these
thing.
last 4 years?
That's the thing. When I called that bottom for a lot of people that made money before October and around September, and I made $4,000 off of 500 because I didn't know what it was, but I knew it was at a bottom. Cause they hit me up on Facebook. They was in this group, like 200 some thousand people.
This was for what? My phone went off on something. Say that again. My phone
It was
chimed
like
in on
200 some thousand people in these crypto groups. Like Shiba had their own group, and these people
Right.
kept sending me messages through my messenger. And when I marked it up, and I say, well, because
This
there's
was in
certain ways.
21. This was in 21.
Yeah, this was in
Well,
21.
that's not, all right. That's not what I'm talking about. What I'm asking is though, is that where you said you hit your, I guess, epiphany, or that's where you realize like this is I'm understanding what's going on in 2021. So now we're in 2025, and you're saying that you
Okay,
understood it
I'm
at that
trying to
point.
answer your questions, but before I
Well, you're
can
not letting
finish, you
me,
keep
but
cutting me off.
no, because you're not letting me finish because you veered off. I know I'm not looking for the elongated explanation. I'm kind of asking a direct question.
What is
It
your
does.
point in asking these questions? Like, tell me your main purpose for asking me all these questions.
Well, yeah,
Get to the
if you
point.
don't, yeah, if you don't interrupt me, I can explain it to you. So what I'm asking is, you came to the realization at 2021 of what you're convicted in, you're seeing, which is great.
Right.
In 2021, did you take this to the forex, to the stock, and to crypto to benefit yourself? Because we're 4 years and 5 years down the road. What has it done for you, being that it works in all these markets? What have you done for yourself based on the macro? Because that's a pretty good macro for 4 years.
Right. I
What have
prepared
you
during the
mastered on?
18-month drop to catch this cycle. After learning
18 months is only
how,
a year and a half.
listen what I'm saying.
I am.
The market was dropping after 2021 because after Shiba
Right.
hit its all-time high in October, going into 2022 around November, it started tanking. And so, like I said, I paid for some courses to understand the crypto market because I didn't know anything about it. So the whole time that everything as far as the alts was dropping back down to the floor, I was learning about what is this? What is this that I'm seeing that can make money out of nowhere? And so I paid for 2 courses, and I got
This was
educated on the
21,
crypto market.
22. This was in 22, you said?
Yeah, so I got educated on how this is possible because the people that made the courses, they was actually showing their portfolio. They was up $3 million. Like I can show you all
I
this,
don't.
but
I know. What does that have to
uh,
do with you, though? I don't care about what's there. I don't. When they're not here right now speaking about it, so I don't.
okay.
Unless
Now
you
you
feel.
asking me questions, but you keep cutting me off before I can finish. See, so
Well,
what I'm
because
gonna
there
do?
comes
No, 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 no,
relativity
no, no, no,
about what
no.
you're saying. No, 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 no,
Since
no,
I see
no, no,
that
no, no,
I can't answer
no, no,
my
no.
questions, I can't answer the questions that you asking me because you keep cutting me
Well,
off when I'm
because there's certain
going
points
into I'm
where I don't
telling
want to
you.
go off. I don't want to go
All right,
off
I'm gonna
into
cut
what
both of
your
y'all
buddy
off.
was.
Basically, what he
I
wants
don't
to
give a
ask
fuck
you
what
is,
the
how
fuck
come you're
you're
not a
fucking
damn
gonna tell me.
millionaire with your trading strategy? Is what he's getting down to. Okay, so let's just all.
What's up? Fuck you, father. Like every time you don't have to tell me to be some
Because
peacemaker and be
because
some
you're not
bullshit fucking
realizing
speech
that the
therapist.
market was dropping. I had to prepare for this cycle. I'm
Right.
explaining it to you, but you keep cutting me off.
No, because
The market,
because I
I'm,
understand that it's dropping for 18 months. But what?
right? The next,
But we went
listen
up.
to me.
But
You
we went
keep
up
cutting me
for
off,
about
and I'm
another.
trying to
But we went
explain it
up.
to you.
But
I'm
we
trying
gone
to
up for
explain it to
another
you.
18 months.
Listen what I'm saying. When did the next cycle begin? When did this crypto cycle begin? This is the fifth cycle. We done had four before this. This is the fifth cycle. When did it begin?
Now you tell me.
Wait a minute. You in the crypto world? You don't know when this fifth cycle started?
No, this ain't reverse
Okay,
psychology. You tell me.
pre-market started in 2023, meaning it started reversing sometime in 2023 as far as uh, Bitcoin. Thing is, the 2 year cycle is not confirmed until after every Bitcoin halving. So my point in saying to you, brother, is I've been preparing to make what I'm gonna make this cycle. I missed the
But you
last four
should have.
cycles.
But you should have nailed this one in November then.
Okay,
Should
I'm
have
gonna let
nailed
you
it.
think what you wanna. I said
Well, no, you should
XRP
have
going
nailed
to
it.
85 cents. It ain't changing. I'm not changing what I said. I called the
But you
drop,
should have
and it's
seen.
still
But you should have
going
seen.
where I told you all
But
it was going.
but then you should have
So
seen the 11 and 12 cents, and
I'm
then
gonna
you should
say
have
it
seen the
again.
$3.
My strategy is totally different than y'all, but since
You're right.
y'all
It
do
is.
trade
I'm not saying it's
XRP,
wrong,
that's the only reason I mark
and I don't.
XRP up
And I don't
because
think it's.
y'all
I
trade
don't
it.
think it's wrong, but I'm just trying to understand based off when you came in the knowledge you have, and what you're saying based on the macro. You should. And Father, you are right. But I'm not going to take your shit, Father, to jump in and interrupt because you've taken the same analogy by actually talking nicely, which I've been trying to do, and then you rudely interrupted and said, well, he's basically trying to say, why aren't you a millionaire? No, I'm not trying to fucking say that. And I'm not
I didn't
trying to
know
fucking
anything
ask.
about. I
Yes,
didn't know anything
I'm gonna cut
about.
you
I didn't
off.
know anything about
No, I'm
crypto
just saying,
for four
in the sense of
cycles. I
what he
had no
said.
knowledge about crypto. I didn't come to understand
I
that
didn't,
this
but
market was
also,
going on
but
until
I understand that. But what about the forex in the stock market?
I made good money off of that.
If
But
it
this market's changed your whole livelihood within a year or two, if you understand it. Like you don't have to keep
it takes
grinding with the
longer, it takes longer with the stock market and the forex.
right, correct, because this
Why
market
with
is
the
more.
forex would it take longer when it's more volatile?
Okay, I'm gonna let you ask all your questions, but what I'm trying to tell you is I'm gonna capitalize off this cycle, and for the record,
I mean, that's
I
fine.
will
I hope
share.
you do. I hope we
I
all do.
will
I hope
share.
this is.
I will share some of my profits, like on a video or something, when the time comes. But yeah, I've been preparing for this. I dropped everything and prepared for this. I know I'm on top of this.
And that's fine. I just they're good. I hope. I wish you the best.
Right, because I'm playing certain memes that's going to duplicate what Sheba and a few of them memes y'all didn't know about after they lost the zeros. See, I'm going to come up off them small caps, and then I'm going to just buy all this stuff y'all showing me, and I'm going to
No,
be
but
through
we're
with the
sitting.
portfolio.
I'm sitting on Broge Hamburger, the other one. I mean,
Right, so I'm literally
you
giving
and
you
me
the
are gonna be.
same moves that
Oh
I'm
no,
making this cycle.
right,
Like, I'm giving
right,
you the ones I'm
and
playing.
we gonna be high fiving, or we not gonna be high fiving. One of the two.
Oh, we're going to be high fiving, but after that,
That's it. You're
I'm
gone. You're gone.
yeah,
Right.
I'm
You've
disappearing.
already expressed it.
That's
Right.
correct.
Here's the difference. I won't disappear. I'll still be here for the people.
Well, I done shared enough with the people. So
Yeah,
if I
exactly.
disappear, it ain't like I ain't
I'll
left
still
nothing
be here.
behind that you can go and look into.
I'll still be here for them.
Okay.
Hmm.
All right. Anyways, George, I wanted to ask you something, man. Because I know you do stocks and stuff, and well, for everyone else that does stocks, I'm just curious as to if any of you have, consistently outperformed the S&P 500 for say, I don't know, the last 5 years.
Well, S&P versus crypto in the last 5 years, and the last year blew it out of the fucking water.
Well, yeah, but like you trade stocks too, right?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. So your stocks versus the S&P, like your stock trading versus the S&P. How have you done?
I've done really good. I also are a little closer to the mouth, people that actually know what they're doing.
Uh-huh.
So I got into tech early, did well on that. Got into gold before the market started to crash, did really good on that in the last like 3 months. So yeah, I mean overall, pretty good. But I also do like for myself, I do a ton of oil dividend stocks.
Oh yeah. Yeah. My dad, he's in oil, and it's a very very interesting sector. But
Interesting because it goes up and it comes down, but you always get that dividend, right? So when it's up, you
exactly.
feel like you feel great, but you're always getting that dividend.
Yeah, so like a couple of years ago, we actually like bought into like I don't know 1% of an oil field, not even 1% actually, I think. And it's crazy because like the value of it genuinely alters so much, based on what they. So he's a production engineer, and like the value of it changes based on what they find, underground. But the dividends always comes through because there are other parts of the field that are producing already. So I think it's really interesting.
Right. Yeah. And then the other thing too is like, like right now, oil's coming down, but when oil's coming down, those are good times to invest into companies that are solid because they're not going away. They will not leave. That is the backbone of the society, how money works.
Yeah.
Yeah, George.
I was just curious because I was actually talking to Ketchup last night about things, and I'm assuming that your trading strategies, well, I mean, it seems like you do it just a little bit more long term, right? You don't actually day trade oil. I mean, not oil, but just commodities and stocks.
Yeah, I don't day trade the stock market so much. I move stuff around. And when with crypto, I swing trade.
Okay, yeah, I get that.
Okay, George, because that's what I was gonna ask you. Like, if you was doing, like, for example, I met this guy before. He used to do forex, and he was very good at it. But I also noticed he got into trading like the Nasdaq 100, and bro, he used to make like $500 in less than 3 4 minutes. Do you do it like that, or you actually just buy and then hold and then sell it when you see that that's worth it?
So I would say anybody that made $300 or $400 in 10 minutes on oil doesn't seem realistic. You'd have to have a ton of money.
He said Nasdaq, I think.
I said Nasdaq 100.
Oh yeah, I don't know, man. I mostly, like, I'm not gonna lie to you, 90% of my portfolio up until recent has been oil and some of the tech companies. And then I de-risked and I went to gold, and I was lucky because I know people that told me this we're going into a recession. So I went to gold. I've done really good on that. But at the end of the day, it's like oil is literally, guys, literally, I'll tell you right now, when oil gets really low, the best thing you can do is buy oil because our planet, our entire economy, banks, all of it is going to run off oil. It's not going away.
Well, yeah, it depends on it. We rely on almost 90% of our products are made with oil.
So, George, let's say for someone that, well, I'm talking about myself. Like, I want to move out of crypto, like, not permanently, but when we're having the bad days, I want to be able to use cross market trading. So, what would you say the best profitable one out of all of them?
I would profitable. It's really hard to say because it all depends on what that company is doing, what the projections are, stuff like that, right? So, like when Callie says like his dad's an engineer for an oil company, what they do is they take a projection of where they think they're going to make money, and they drill holes. And so, let's say I drill a hole and it doesn't produce. That's a $6 million loss off the top just to drill the hole. Okay,
Yep.
so when they're drilling 100 of them and they're all hits, do the math, right? Stock is going to go up. But the reality is that a lot of these companies that are like standalone, keep buying them, those companies are really good long term. Like, especially midstream. Midstreams are a really great place to put your money because it's so fucking safe. Yeah, it'll go up and it'll go down, but it's never gonna go away. So like any company that like Trans Canada or Chevron, like any of the really, really big players, that's a super, super safe place to put your money, and it's always going to pay dividends.
Yeah, so you know what I've noticed, George, also? I mean, of course, it's not nearly as safe in terms of risk, but the oil field that we bought into is in Angola. What we've noticed, my dad has done a lot of work in Angola, Algeria, just all parts of Africa, and what we've noticed is that when Africa pays, it pays, man. The thing is, it's also very easy to precisely, hit it and miss it, so like I remember that my dad told me about a year ago they drilled into a section of the oil field that they believed had like, I don't know, certain amount of oil, a certain volume of oil, and it turned out to all be water. And I don't understand, like he explained to me why, like the pressure measurements and everything made it seem like it was oil, but it wasn't, it was just water. So of course when you miss, it's horrible. But dude, Africa pays, man.
Yeah, and I don't doubt that. And because it's untapped market, smaller business, right? So like if you buy into I don't know, let's say like Varen, I have a ton of stock in Varen. And that's a local to my area, and they keep growing. Whitecap actually just merged with them, blah blah blah. So that's here nor there. But the difference is when you, if you have a small oil company that's worth $100 million and they hit just a gusher of a well, that values them much higher. Whereas the big companies, because they're such big market cap already, it doesn't affect that so much.
Yeah, precisely. I don't know.
Yeah, so like I don't know if I had 10 wells, right, and I was I don't know, a $10 million business or whatever, right, and I'm so I 10 wells, I'm 60 million in debt to drill them, right, plus the equipment, blah 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 blah, and I hit one good well, boom, that is a big deal. Whereas these big ones that like they leverage themselves hard to grow, right, and that costs money, like a lot of money. People don't understand how much fucking money it takes. Like it's fucking mind-boggling when you hear the numbers on how much money it takes to do what they're doing.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's so interesting, man. I've when I got into finance and economics, like it was always with the intention of, kind of carrying on what my dad has done in his later years, which is precisely trying to buy into oil fields and stuff like that. I think that not only is there a ridiculous amount of money there, but I just think it's so interesting.
Yeah, so like my extended family through my sister, they so my brother-in-law manages I don't want to dox myself here, but he manages a very big $1.6 billion railway management facility in Canada, and his dad, he owns an oil company in Texas, and he's got like 400 and some rentals. So like they're very wealthy people, And when I go for advice for things, that's who I lean on, because like they ain't gonna steer you wrong. What do they have to gain over me, right? You know what I mean? Like they just want to see you do well, because like they're already really wealthy.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I mean, they're happy to see me running like to them, a very small outfit with 20 employees doing oil and gas. But to me, like, that's a score. I'm doing well, you know?
Yep. I get it.
Yeah, I do think, like, guys, oil and gas, like, if you see oil and gas drop under $55, we're in trouble.
Yeah. So, and what about currencies? Have you been looking at the Swiss franc? Because I think the Swiss franc is looking very strong, and that's usually a pretty bearish signal.
No, I have not. I have been more so paying attention to the news, which happens with the Saudis right now.
Okay, so wait, elaborate.
So I think that the whole economic thing that's happening, and this is advice I've been given by my family, is Trump's doing all these things, and I fully support what he's doing. It's a dangerous game of chess. But the one person, the only people, I should say, that have the Trump card, so to speak, is going to be the Saudis, because every time the economy gets back, what do? They beg for OPEC to do what? Cut back production.
Yes.
Because it keeps your economy strong.
Yes.
So at some point, if Trump steps on their toes and they lose too much money, OPEC is going to say, fuck you, we don't care.
Okay.
And you have to understand that these guys, like, when we talk about the richest people in the world, we talk about Elon Musk, that's not even close. Those Saudis don't have to report. It's not the same thing. They're way more wealthy than anybody we have ever heard of.
I mean, probably.
No, it's not probably. It's yes, they are.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we've worked with a lot of Arab families, and it is pretty scary.
They're extremely fucking wealthy, and so when people, the average person, doesn't know like a lot about a lot of things, they don't understand. Like, that level of wealth is not the same as what we hear on the media.
Yeah.
So if those guys, so this is what my brother-in-law told me. He's the smartest person I know. If they lose $5 billion, they're going to take it back to Trump. They're going to take it at him. So he's actually, I just heard from from Zach earlier, that he's actually going to them here next week or whatever, or sometime this early week, to go talk with them. And I've been saying this for like a month and a half now, when this whole tariff thing started happening. This is what my brother told me, and he's like, no, you got to pay attention to this. This is the reality. And then when Zach told me that, I hadn't heard it. So what he's doing is he's trying to save face them, figure out how do we get through this. I'm trying to save my nation.
And this is all in your opinion, like short, midterm, because my brother-in-law, he's in wealth management and private banking, right? And dude, he is. I mean, it's wealth management, so of course their like time horizon is slightly longer than what we talk about usually, and like he remains so incredibly bullish on everything, like he's like completely unhinged by what's going on right now. So we like, of course I understand why, but I don't know if I see it,
Yeah. So when I talk to Andrew is his name, he told me that he doesn't think that this can go on further than quarter three. Like, the quarter three will be the end of it, and he thinks that by quarter three of this year we'll start to see relief on tariffs and a lot of stuff. But what it's going to do, I think the whole game plan, just hear me out, okay? And I'm not a fucking miracle worker, couldn't tell you what's going to happen, but all I'm doing is going to people that know the system better than I'll ever know, right? And you know, that what he thinks is going to happen, and his dad as well, is that by Q3 we're going to see a lot of like redactments to situations and stuff, and it's all going to pull back, and the economy will start to come back and thrive. But with that being said, America, which has a lot to do with driving the economy, also will have the reduced rates that they're looking for.
I see. But then, you know, by definition, then we probably will see a recession then, because you know, I think it's pretty obvious that already.
We're already in a recession, dude.
But not by definition, though. It's 2 quarters of negative GDP
No,
growth.
I know that, but you can also say like typically X amount on the stock market, right? Will be a recession too.
Yeah, you can argue that. You're right. Damn.
So I would say, like, you know, but the thing is, and this is something I heard the other day, and it made me really open my eyes. Recession is interesting because, like, when you think about money coming out of the stock market, okay? Money coming out of the stock market, the top 10% wealth earners in the world own 88% of the stocks. So who's it actually affecting?
The top people.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah. That's right, and that's what Trump's whole thing is, to try to give back to the middle class, and I do stand behind him on that. I'm Canadian, and I don't know why I know so much about this. Why? I guess is because it affects me also.
But then, like, if money continues to flow out of the stock market, like, as much as crypto has quote unquote been holding stronger than what we might have expected it to, like, surely it's just going to continue taking a hit.
I don't think it has. It has held well, and I do believe with all the legislation, right? If you look at like all the changes, all the things, crypto president, all these things that are happening, there seems to be a shift in the way things are going to be done. And I'm not, when I say this, anybody that's in here, do not take me wrong. I'm not saying XRP to the fucking moon, because that's ridiculous. There is going to be a space for money that like we've never seen before. We are early to the markets.
What percentage of the stock market, the securities exchange overall, has been liquidated since the beginning of the year? And then what percentage of the crypto market has been liquidated since the beginning of the year?
I'm not sure.
I have a sneaking suspicion that the overall crypto market has lost more percentage-wise than the securities exchange has.
I don't know if that's accurate. I think it's.
I mean, I don't know. We had 3.6 trillion at one point for our market cap on the crypto side.
I know we're down.
Okay,
but I know we're here today on crypto.
Okay, so if you take the top, like blue chip, let's say.
No, I'm talking about the entire securities market. How much is liquidated out of that by comparison to the entire crypto market? That's where I'm going with it. Is I'm not so sure that the crypto market has fared so much better than the overall financial market, because we're looking at percentages is what we should be looking at. Like 33% of the crypto market disappeared. Did 33% of the stock exchange disappear? I don't know.
Yeah, just want to give a shout out to Crypto Network, because he joined the live and he's watching right now, and he's a big part of the reason I'm in this right now, in this content creation journey. So big shout out to him, man.
Right on. Bitcoin to 125,000.
I'm not 100% sure, Father, on that. I think that I would probably have to do a little bit more research myself as well. I do feel like in the last week that we've fared better versus them, so to speak. And I'm in both markets, so I don't want to say we versus them, because I play both. But I feel like some of the blue chip stuff, so to speak, has fared quite well.
Yeah. All right, so I am done for the night. Is there anybody else that can start up another live?
Well, it's 4 a.m.
You're fucking crazy.
Where are you at, Callie?
In Spain, bro.
Oh, brother, that's crazy.
Because you guys are always live at this time, so I thought,
Oh, okay. Well, I'm up early in the morning, like around 5 a.m., just running it for like about 2 hours, and then after that, I take a break, and then that's when I come in the evening.
Yeah, so you wake up before me in your time zone compared to me and mine. I wake up at like 1 p.m. my time zone.
Yeah, well, I even on my days off, I can't sleep for too long.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah. So Run Up Ticket is gonna start his own live. If you guys want to join him to, continue that discussion, I'm gonna call it a night. But I know that tomorrow morning at 5 a.m. Central Time, I always go live for about 2 hours, 2.5 hours, like I normally did tonight, and do this all over again, then take a break, and then come back later on the evening. That's normally how I do it.
You as always, JoJo. You know that.
Thank you, man. It's nice hearing you again, George. And hope everybody has a safe night.
You too, brother.
Hot minute, guys. Join up on Run Tickets. Run Tickets, awesome. See you guys. Good night.
Take care. And thank everybody on the chat. Thank you for coming here.